Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Into the Mist. This is our live Curse of Strahd campaign on the D&D Twitch and on the Realmsmith Twitch. We want to welcome everyone at home. We're going to do some quick announcements and then we'll jump right in. We've got a full table, as you can see, and it's going to be a freaking blast. And Joel's hands are in the shot there. It's really kind of weird. These buildings are in front here. It's all fun and great. All right. First off, of course, I want to thank our brand new title sponsor, Syrinscape. Hey! They will be our main title sponsor for the duration of Season 1, and we are very happy to partner with them again on something. We're close friends, and we love those guys, Steve and Ben and all those folks, and Dan. So just want to thank them for being our main title sponsor, and this show is brought to you by them. I don't have the write-up that they made for me in the craziness. I'll just talk about Syrinscape from my heart.
Do it. Do it.
Syrinscape, for those of you that don't know, is a online application that you can use to run your games. And so there's ambient music and sound effects and all this wonderful stuff. They have licensed D&D content and a bunch of other really cool things. All of the ambient music that you hear in our sessions is all from Syrinscape. You have it right there.
Yeah.
And it says, I'm just going to read it, because Out of the Mist is proudly sponsored by Syrinscape. Syrinscape is the revolutionary sound design app that adds immersive ambient background audio and movie-like soundtrack to your tabletop RPG gaming experience. The user interface is specifically designed to help GMs keep their attention, not create, on the players and allow for on-the-fly sound effects and music. Need special sound sets for your homebrew games? Not a problem. You can quickly and easily select sound elements from other sound sets and create an audio experience that fits your needs. From ethereal forests and stony shorelines to dank, vermin-filled dungeons in the spooky depths of the Underdark, Syrinscape has what you need. Go to Syrinscape.com and play your games on a whole new level. Thank you, Syrinscape, again, for being our main title sponsor. It is so great. I want to shout out our product sponsors. The first is WizKids, of course. A lot of the terrain and the minis that we use at the table are from WizKids, and we are so very thankful to have them as our product sponsor. And then a shout out to Monster Fight Club. Some of the terrain on the table tonight is Monster Fight Club terrain, and we're going to be using that moving forward. So thank you so much to them as well. GaryCon. So GaryCon is coming up in March, end of March. It's around my birthday, which I'm very excited about. And I'm happy to announce that we are one of the platinum sponsors for GaryCon. It's a show that's really close to our hearts. And so we have taken the plunge and helped out our friends Luke and all of those fine folks, all the Gygaxes that run GaryCon. And we're so very excited to do a bunch of really fun things there. I can't talk about it yet, but it's coming. So if you're going to GaryCon and you got your tickets, we will be there, and we will be doing fun stuff while we're there. And so you can check out GaryCon.com, I believe, and for all the information on the show if you don't already know about it. Nolzers, last week we painted Brandon's character Sterling, and we painted Mel's character Callie tonight. You guys can show the minis on there. I don't know if nobody's going to see them necessarily from there, but they're tiny, but it's okay. You're over there. And so you'll see them on the table. The week before that, we painted Adam and David's characters as well. So you can check out all of the back VOD episodes of Nolzers at youtube.com/realmsmith. Those aren't uploaded yet, but they will be uploaded tomorrow and all that stuff. So next week, we're probably going to paint. It's our 30th episode.
30th
of Nolzers. And so I'm not sure what we'll be painting. Perhaps the Spectator and Gazers pack. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. We're going to find out. So stay tuned for that. Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And that is when we paint the Nolzers miniatures from the D&D line by WizKids with Vallejo paint. Finally, we've been telling you all this time that we are going to make this stream interactive. Tonight, we are attempting to do that.
This will be so fun!
It's going to be so fun. So, we have partnered with Extra Life to bring happiness to children all around the world with the Children's Hospital Network. And basically how this works is that we will have items that you can purchase through your Extra Life donations. Throughout the whole stream, we're going to have a bar up on the top here. And this is Tim's cue to press E. There it is, which shows items that you can basically purchase for us. As you donate, this will go up. And the cost of the items is the equivalent in gold to dollars of what the equivalent would be in game. So if a healing potion is 50 gold pieces, if we raise $50, the players at the table will be transported a healing potion in game. When that happens, this potion bottle back here will glow blue, or it will glow purple if you follow us on the Realmsmith on the Realmsmith Twitch, and that is very important. You have to donate at the Realmsmith Twitch. That is twitch.tv/Realmsmith in order for this to work. If you donate to Extra Life or follow us there, this little potion bottle will do fun things and blink throughout the experience. But to talk a bit more about the items, we have a good friend of ours who have joined us today. His name is Grigori, and he is a Vistani. Well, there it is. There's a follow. He is a Vistani merchant who has actually traveled to the known realms, and he's currently trying to find his hat. So I'm delaying, and I'm just killing time until he actually finds his hat. And he has traveled the known realms to bring items back for the characters to Barovia. And so, with no further ado, this is awesome. We introduce Grigori, cue the M, the market. There it is, okay.
You have to move this way.
You have to, yeah, there you go, yeah.
There you go.
Hello, I am Grigori, and I'm here to tell you all about this marketplace. You know, we enjoy helping the children, because many children need help out there, especially in hospitals where things are very hard for the children. Yes, now, if you love children, you should donate for Extra Life, you know? Because the children are the future. If you don't support the children, then you are damning the future to fail. So, support a good future.
So true.
Support a good future, support Extra Life, and maybe you can help these people around the table right here, because they need a lot of help. I am from Barovia, and they are screwed. So, do everything you can to help these people.
Okay, so we will be back in the break. That was very good. Everybody give it up for Brandon. So we'll be back in the break to talk more about each item. But the first item on the I always do this. It's weird. The first item on the list is a potion of healing. If we raise $50 on this stream, they will be transported a potion of healing into Barovia. The next one is Nolzur's Marvelous Pigments. Makes sense and fitting. The next one is a potion of flying. The next one is a drift globe.
It looks like you're tickling me.
And the fifth one is a +1 dagger at 1,000 gold or $1,000.
And that's our goal for the.
And that is our goal for the first 3-4 levels of this campaign.
Yep.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Nice.
Yeah. Are we so pumped right now?
So pumped.
Okay.
2 Red Bulls.
We're going to do character intros real quick, and then we've got a recap of what happened last time, and then I'm going to do a little narrative recap, and then we're in. So, starting with this side of the table over here, we have Adam. Adam, if you can tell us, or tell them who you are and who you're playing.
I'm Adam, and I'm playing Dimitri, human paladin, former knight of the Order of Elune, but now a wary wanderer of Barovia.
David.
I'm David Shaheen, and I'm playing Roan Talrithian, the Shadow Sorcerer. And I'm quite at home in Barovia. I've been seeking it for some time.
Dave. That's good. Yes.
Is Dave playing a character?
Got purple.
Yeah.
Oh, we just got a purple.
follow.
We just got a
Yep.
follower. Ooh, thanks for the follow. Let's go. Oh, there's a note being passed from Jeffrey. Thanks to Jeffrey and Tim who are producing in the back.
Yay.
Huzzah. We are not introducing you yet, actually. This is David. You can tell him who you are,
You don't need
at
to
least.
introduce a red shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell him who you are.
Make sure you mention that
And
again.
I played on the previous stream
Yep.
and the stream before that.
Yeah.
And I'm.
And you're back just to kind of hang
visiting
out.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy to have him back. He is playing a special character tonight, which we will introduce in the narrative intro. Melanie.
I'm Melanie, and I'm not.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened there.
Oh, that's weird.
I know.
Oh, it's because it's a C. You made C for credits, and that's her.
Good job, my friend, for stopping it so
That was good. A couple hiccups, folks. It's okay. It's only episode 2. Go.
Nobody noticed it.
I was gonna say I'm not so nervous today, but okay. So I'm Melanie, and I'm playing Callie, Awesomar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's great.
Grigori?
Yeah.
I am Sterling, and I am a Warforged fighter. Not much more to say, I suppose.
That's good.
That guy's quiet.
And I am Joel Auger, and I'm playing Falfar Softfoot.
Gesundheit.
Ranger Halfling with a very, very weak stomach. It throws up quite a lot.
Are you kidding me? I have phobias.
Sorry. They will be in existence during this stream.
And I've just been asked to clarify how you donate. So if you go to the Realmsmith Twitch channel, so twitch.tv/Realmsmith, in our bottom panel on our Twitch page, there is an Extra Life widget panel that you can donate to. You have to donate on there in order for this to work over there. So just make sure that you do that. That is how you, or you could donate by going to Extra Life's homepage, looking up our team, and donating to the Realmsmith team.
That's correct.
And that's capital R, capital S in the Realmsmith. If you search that, then you will see it, and you will send these folks some awesome items. And there's tons of other ways. We're going to be able to have you guys donate to give these people inspiration and all other kinds of things in the coming weeks. So that is all part of this interactive experience that we are going to offer to everyone at home, which we're very, very excited about. Yeah, very so. Yes, all the excitement. All right, so here is a quick recap of last episode, and then after that, we'll do a narrative recap. Here we go.
Falfar Softfoot.
Roan Talrithian.
And you, Callie, are invited.
Sterling.
Dimitri Maddock.
As the mist begins to disperse, you find yourself face to face with the gate. Black pools of water stand like dark mirrors in and around the muddy roadway, and giant trees continue to loom on both sides. I would like all of you guys to roll initiative.
Slowly stepping out from the wood.
I'm back up. Like a small kitten.
Gentlemen, there's no need for any of this.
It appears the mists took us all.
As you do this, you see tendrils of mist, almost like fingers. The smell has led you to a human corpse. He holds a crumpled envelope. You guys are in one wagon, the family is in the other. You've learned now that they're called Vistani. You look inside, you see, if you want to explain,
Large, about 7 feet tall, like
I,
a walking suit of armor.
we need to go. Everybody in the wagons. I need everyone to roll initiative.
What's the red? What's the red?
That's initiative.
Massive wolf closing in on you. Digs its claws right into your arm area. I'd like you to make it a strength saving throw to try and hold onto the wagon.
Suddenly the, programming within this body starts to kick in.
You manage to get up top and just strong arm your way onto the wagon. And now you are hanging on the other side. You guys are in, and that is where we'll end the session for this evening. All right, there it is. So that's the recap. And I just want, actually, if we can get like a full table view just for a sec, Tim. Wow, he's quick, eh? He's so good.
He's good. Yeah.
So glad to have him here. Last week, we didn't have names on our character cards. So everybody called everybody like checker 1, checker 2, because we were wearing plaid. We are Canadian. We love our plaid, but this week we decided all to wear monotone except for Mel. She didn't get the memo on that. So, but we do have player names now above our character cards, which will help to identify each one of us when you're talking about us.
Big checkers?
Yeah,
Checkers.
was he big checker?
Yeah.
Big checker, small checker?
Checkers.
Aw, small checker. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right. Here we go, folks. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, last session, you guys all came from your respective planes, lands, and were all transported to the magical land of Barovia. Some of you have heard of Barovia before, some of you have not. but you all find yourselves here. It is mysterious, it is dark, it is bleak, and you don't quite know where this will lead. Along your travels, you ended up finding each other, and you are all now in a wagon. You had just been attacked by some dire wolves, large, hulking, bear-sized wolves who chased you across the road until you jumped back into your Vistani wagon and were headed up the road. The Vistani at this point, you've gotten to know them a little bit. All 5 of you are in a one wagon, and there is another wagon that is traveling with you as well. That's behind you, actually. There is one Vistani on in the front who is leading the horse along as you guys travel, and the wagon comes to a halt, and it stops. The door opens up in the back, and in walks the older gentleman that you guys have been traveling with this entire time. And he kind of runs the clan, the family. You imagine he's the patriarch of this clan. You've asked them throughout. It's been a number of, I'd say, hours that you've been traveling. Anytime you ask him further information, he says, "Don't worry, Madame Eva has all of your answers. She will answer all when you arrive." At that point, he closes the door, he's checking on you, you continue on. He says it's a couple miles at least until you reach the village of Barovia, which will be your first stop on its way, and one wagon will continue to Barovia. The other wagon needs to circle around, but they need to pick something up in Barovia on their way to see Madame Eva, who will give you all the answers that you seek. Is there anything you guys want to do at this point? The 5 of you are in a wagon alone for the first time since this has all happened.
How long have we been in the wagon together?
A couple hours.
Okay, so long enough to at least make some introductions.
We can backtrack a bit if you guys want to kind of talk about what you did when you first came into the wagon. Is that, or do we want to continue on to?
I mean,
you know what? Let's do that. Let's back it up a little bit. You guys literally have just jumped into the wagon. There are dire wolves at the door. The horse has been set loose, and you guys are going. The door slams behind you, and all of you are now in the wagon, Falfer on the ground, and all of you kind of almost over each other. It's a fairly small wagon. There's a bench on one side, which kind of pulls out for a bed. There's some shelves and windows along the top, but that's pretty much it. What do you guys do?
Well, I just helped Callie, and I guess you're still laying down between my legs.
Yeah.
So I offer to help you up.
Because I don't know anyone really yet, as you reach out to grab me, somewhat nervously, I turn around with both of my my hand crossbows.
Okay.
Point them in your general direction.
As he does that, I'm going to prepare a firebolt in my hand and also draw at these two because I don't know who they are.
Okay.
Do we just talk? We don't take turns, we just talk?
Yes. At this point, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
At this point, you don't have to raise your hand.
Okay.
And in initiative is when you have to take turns.
Yeah.
And for everybody at home that doesn't know, Melanie is the noob at the table. She was representing all those noobs, for the yeah.
So just because she's a noob, I point my gun at. No, just kidding.
So as I do that, I say, now that that's dealt with, who are you? And I prepare a firebolt and aim at both of you.
Yeah, and I'm like pointing at whomever is moving. Like whoever twitches, I move my gun to them.
I just roll my eyes at all of you guys because you're acting like emotional wrecks right now. I say, put your fire hand away, drop your weapon, let's just have a little chit-chat.
But I don't know you!
No,
Well-
I agree with her. I think cooler heads should prevail here. We've all just come from a very tense battle.
Okay, Shadow Man, for all we know, this mist is yours!
No, this is not my mist.
I think you meant me. I'm the shadow guy.
Right! Shadow Man! No, I meant he came from the shadows. When we were walking up to him,
I
he was in the
see.
shadows and we called him out.
I see.
So it's like,
Yeah.
so- no, I don't even know you, Shadow Man, yet.
That's true.
Well,
And
in that
I
case,
then point my hand at him.
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dimitri.
I'm not going to fall for that. Oh, wait, you don't know the joke. My name is Falfar.
Ah, I get it now.
Very well. And I snuff out the fire and I say, Rome Taurithian.
As soon as I see him snuff out the fire, I feel like, okay, fine. And I put my crossbows on my back. Okay.
And, you're a creature I've never seen before.
Yes, I suppose not.
How does that work?
I'm still learning it myself.
Learning what?
How this works.
What are you?
My father said it was called a Warforged. I've only been in this body for 7 days.
Wait. You have, wait, okay, one moment. Are you reincarnated from, like, an animal or a cow or some kind of... You, Where were you before you were this?
A possessed metal construct. Incredible.
I was a boy, a human.
A boy?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 11 3/4.
You're so huge!
Yes.
I was much shorter before. I was taller than you.
Ouch.
Well, forgive me, but I
That's true, I'm more like a 7-year-old than an 11-year-old. Okay, I take it. I take it back. It's fine.
I wanted to ask you a question. As a 7-year-old, how did you grow a beard? Was it magic?
I would prefer not to talk about my facial hair. It is something between me and my face.
I hope to earn your trust so that we can talk about how to grow a beard.
You're made of...
More importantly, how did you both come to this land? Were you two taken by the mists?
It was misty. We were in the carts, and are we in a new land?
So you're not from here?
I'm from the region of Glyn. Glyn, the region of Glyn.
I am from Daggerford.
And I am from Darkon, which is just a realm over from this one. Wait, where is Glyn?
It's where Glyn is. It's one of the largest regions in the continent. What's Daggerford? What is...
I'm so confused.
Clearly none of us are from the same place.
Do you know Glyn?
Where are you from? We didn't catch your name.
Like that Hepburn
Glyn.
word?
You get Glyn, yeah. Yeah.
I am. What's the Hepburn?
Yeah, you were in the village of Hepburn.
Yeah.
When you spoke to Lady Susan.
Oh, I'm from Glyn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and you guys met in Glyn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, that is where I'm from too.
And your name?
Callie. Just call me Callie. Callie. Don't ask for more.
So we find ourselves all in this wagon together in a place we do not understand or know, where mists have in some way or fashion... Wait! Did you not know you were brought here? Or because we are all from different places, were you in this wagon when you were... I'm so confused.
No.
We entered this wagon and it was a misty night, but I don't know what you mean by entering the mist.
They must not know.
Yes, I clearly remember being transported. I'm still not even entirely sure that I'm awake right now.
I'll pinch you. Okay, never mind. I will shoot you with my crossbow.
Wait.
No, I mean, I'm kidding. Put it back. So we do have to determine where actually we are.
I believe we are in Barovia.
Right, the letter.
Right. The letter.
What letter?
I will show you. And I bring up the letter. Can you read my large 11-year-old?
It's all I've done for most of my life. Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you, human.
For an 11-year-old, you read quite well.
I was bedridden for 6 years. It's all I had. With despair, my adopted daughter, the fair Irina
Coliana?
Has
Coliana.
I don't know. Has been these past nights bitten by a vampire.
So at this point, as he's reading, I'll kind of climb up behind him. I don't know where he is, but I'm assuming he's near
You
the
guys,
stool.
imagine you guys are sitting on benches like this, kind of facing each other.
So I'll like climb up and just kind of lean on his shoulder and look over the letter.
So how did you get up to my shoulder?
Well, I'm assuming you're sitting down. Are you sitting down or standing up?
I could be sitting down. Let's say I'm sitting down.
Okay. So
right.
I'm standing up on the bench that you're on, and
For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. How my dear Greens, like, it is very...
So much talking.
I know, languishes. And is from the unholy wound caused by the...
it basically says we are in the land of Barovia, and there are vampires that we have to keep someone from, and we are all here together in this land. I don't know why.
A vampire. They're myth, are they not?
Oh, they're real. They're deadly real.
I've only ever heard of stories. Have you seen one?
I hope no one here is afraid.
What do they look like?
Oh, a vampire. Sharp teeth, from what I remember.
Just like people. They just look like normal people.
I assure you, I am not a vampire. I have no teeth.
Wait, let me see. He's telling the truth.
That's good. That's good.
I am so confused. This is very, very difficult to understand.
Where are we being taken right now?
That is the right question.
Yes, I'm very curious. So these are not your wagons?
No, we are merely traveling in them. We were told that we may help to save someone. I seek to save this person. He was a prince?
Right. Yes, I remember that now. Yes. Too much wine. I had too much wine before we left.
Do you still have some wine?
It's a little bit fuzzy. It's all mine. All mine. You got it? I don't share.
At that point, the wagon actually comes to a stop and kind of jerks to a stop. You hear some footprints, and the door opens up, and it's the older gentleman again. And he says, "We are going to stop for fire and perhaps a little bit of lunch. Are you all a little hungry, perhaps?"
Yes.
Lunch?
Yes.
Yes.
You know lunch. You
Yes.
have lunch where you come from?
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it?
Oh, it's hard to tell. There's no sun, but about midday.
Is it safe here?
Trick question. Never.
So why do we stop then?
Because we have to eat. And we have to cook, and we can't cook in the wagon, so we eat outside the wagon, then we come back in.
This kid doesn't eat.
I used to eat.
Doesn't get hungry.
Okay, everyone, out of the wagon, we have some food. We have some stew and some bread and some wine, perhaps. Do you want some wine? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Should we be worried about our surroundings?
Oh, no, it's okay.
My God, you guys, just get out of the wagon.
Okay, so we will get out of the wagon. Fine, that's fine. But I do need to remind you.
He turns around and walks away.
Very recently, our friend over here got massive claws in his back.
It's true.
And someone else was hurt as well by a giant wolf.
Yeah.
So don't be so like, hey, get out of wagon because everything's fine. We will probably not get out alive.
Yes, I do think a good meal will do me good.
And a quick rest.
Yes.
Speaking of which, will this give enough time for a short rest?
Yes, it might. I'll let you know if you get there. Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
well,
Yeah.
if that is so, I'm going to roll a hit die
Okay.
on that short
Sure.
rest.
Okay. All right. So you guys kind of all pile out of the wagon. They're already setting up wood in order to create a campfire. And just off the road a little bit, this is the same environment that you have seen from before. Basically, tall trees same mist, same road, looks almost the same as when you got onto the wagon. Nothing has really changed. This is where we stop before we enter the plains. This is the Svalak Woods. We will leave the Svalak Woods onto the road, and the village of Barovia is about 2 miles or so up the road after that. And then we get there and we do our business. We move on to Madame Eve, okay?
Have we left Glyn?
Oh, I've been there. Very nice place. Yeah, you're not there anymore. You're now in Barovia. Welcome, thank you. What would you like to eat?
I do not eat.
Oh, that's right. You don't have eat. Okay, well, you just enjoy. Do you need, how you say, do you oil? Do you squeaky? Perhaps? Or no? Is there anything you need, period?
I require nothing, but thank you.
You are very welcome. The rest of you, you can come over to the fire, get a little warm, have some stew. We are warming it up. It'll be warm maybe 20 minutes or so.
I thank you for your hospitality and for taking us in your wagon. I don't know what would have become of us if you hadn't arrived.
Oh, you are welcome, fine fellow. What's your name?
I am Dimitri.
Dimitri, yes, of course. You look like a Dimitri. That's why I almost said it, but I didn't know.
Good guess.
Yeah, good. Okay, all right. So everybody just join around and have fun. You guys kind of head over. You all head over.
Mm-hmm.
You head over to the fire. You all sit down around this fire, and there's a pot kind of over the fire on some makeshift contraption. And sitting at the fire with all of you is this gentleman on the end. You recognize him from early on. Those of you that saw him get out of the wagon ahead when the direwolves were there and then got back in the other wagon, he is one of the Vistani clan that were actually by the fire with you. He was one of the gentlemen that were kind of dancing in the background and kind of having a jovial time. And don't do that again. Just kidding. And if you can introduce yourself, just tell them who you are, first of all. Yes. You've already done that. David Morin, thank you for joining us. And then also just tell them what you look like at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a Vistani. We're humanoid, so I look kind of like a human.
Yeah.
Some fairly silky textured clothing. Vivid colors, but not too bright. And some pants and a robe and a hat. You may have seen a hat similar earlier.
Good. He sits down with you, and you're all kind of like sitting around. It's a little awkward. You guys continue conversation, but now you have someone that you don't recognize at the
early 20s.
Early 20s. Kind of a young buck.
But we recognize him.
You recognize him from before, but you didn't really talk to him much.
Okay.
He was just around.
I danced with him.
No, that isn't the son.
Right.
That's another
but
one.
He was there
in
at the party.
Yeah, he was there at the party. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
So we're just sitting at the fire?
Yep. What do you guys do?
Do you remember him?
I do. He was a great dancer.
I'm right here.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good
You're
moves.
pretty good as well.
Thank you. Thank
you. You're
you.
amazing shiny man.
Thank you. I like your hat.
Oh, yes. You could buy one like it if you want.
Don't.
But you could if you want.
It's not that nice.
It's pretty nice. It's one of the
I'll
nicest.
take my food and go a little bit farther away where there's less light.
Thank you.
Where is
Okay,
this
so
one going?
it's all kind of gray, but there's less light in the woods area. So just
Close
on the
enough I
edge.
can hear what's happening, but far away enough.
Okay, you
that
find a stump.
The light's not directly on me.
Okay, you find a stump. He kind of moves. You kind of move away.
Go too far. It's up to you. But I wouldn't.
Oh, don't mind him. He likes to keep to himself.
Yes, he will be at pieces.
What do you mean?
What?
You two remember the older gentleman's name is Stanimir, and his son's name was Ratka, the one that's all you knew, and then this gentleman who you just now talking to. Okay.
What is your name?
Oro. Oro.
Wait. Your name is Oral?
Oro, yes. It's like a boy of golden.
Oro.
Oro.
Gotcha.
Oro.
Right.
Yes. What is your names?
I am Sterling.
Oh, it's like gold.
Kinda.
Maybe.
But
Two different
not the
metals.
same.
You're amazing, man.
Yeah.
Robot power.
Yeah.
Yes, and you?
Callie,
What are you?
I am an Awesomer.
Awesomer.
Yes.
More
Awesomer.
Yes, what do you do?
I hate people.
Yes.
Yeah. And your hat's stupid.
Oh. Okay.
I just want while I'm back there just to let out a little.
It's okay.
Laugh.
What is she wearing?
You see that she's wearing a kind of dark gray. Actually, her character is what she's wearing pretty much.
wearing?
Just dark gray
Can you
leathers,
Describe yourself.
leather armor.
I have like dark clothes on and not tassels. What is this long cloaky thing
Like a
in my
tabard?
private
What-
parts?
what are you wearing?
It's covering my
Tassels?
private parts. Yeah, and some daggers.
Why are you grumpy like so much?
I've seen a lot of things and have been let down a lot of ways.
Yes, I understand.
A lot of hurt in this heart.
If you want to have mushrooms, you must go to the forest. I know.
Yeah, yes. Yes. Thank you for
Understand,
that.
understand.
Are we in that type of forest?
No.
Oh. Oh.
At this point, I'd like you to make a perception check, Brandon.
Not on your screen.
Oh
There we
gosh.
go. Yeah.
7.
7. You hear almost like it's a whisper in your ear. You hear a voice that says, "Come help us." And it's like a childlike voice.
I hear children. They need help.
What?
He's calling you a child.
Are you going crazy?
I heard a child's voice that said, "Come help us." Maybe we should look in the forest.
I think
A
you should go by
child?
yourself. You're.
What direction?
Did anybody
Did
else
I
hear
get a
this?
sense of direction, Alan?
No.
I don't know. I just heard the voice.
I'm gonna perk up and try to listen very closely too to see if I notice.
Give me a perception check.
Same here.
Perception checks for anybody who's listening closer.
13.
19.
Okay. No. You guys listen, and it is with the 19. You realize that it's actually quite. What is that? What is that?
It's
What magic is that?
it's like a die, but it you
Spin it.
yeah. See, and
Your
then
cup's
there's
in the way. You can't see.
What
little-
the heck?
You should get the
Weird.
That
Yeah.
is,
the tiny.
So it's
can.
actually
Yeah, it's kind of-
this is a D10 and a D20, and this is a 4 and
For
an 8,
real?
a 6 and a 12.
You're
Yeah,
like showing
Whoa.
us up.
yeah they're,
I've never seen those before. Okay, cool.
fancy.
You would notice though that it is unnaturally quiet. You hear the fire, you hear the voices, but again, it's this like deadness to the sound in this area.
Yeah.
Again, you hear, "Don't tell them. Come by yourself. Follow our voices. This way, this way."
Sorry, I don't hear anything.
I cannot hear anything either, and I'm very good at hearing things. Very good.
Perhaps I am better. I have a new body. Maybe I have better hearing. They said not to tell you of them,
What?
and I am not very good in these situations. What do I do?
Can I eat your food while you go?
I did not ask for food, but if someone gave some to me, you can eat it.
Thank you.
Are they talking to you right now?
Yes.
And they said not to tell us?
Yes, don't tell them.
I don't think you should go.
They just said not
Yeah.
to tell you again.
Oh, goodbye.
Come play with us, Sterling.
I thought you needed help. Why should I go play with you?
What?
No one's asking you to play
I
with
didn't
you.
go to play.
We have something for you.
If they can hear me, they must be close enough to hear.
Give me a perception check again.
7.
Okay. You imagine it's coming from that direction into the forest. You guys are on the kind of, I guess, north, you don't know which direction, but on the right side of the road from where you guys stopped, it is in the woods that border that area.
In the stories I've read, have I read anything with creepy forest children?
History
All right.
check, please.
Creepy forest children. Yes. That's a +0 and a 15.
No, not necessarily. There have been stories of tricksy fae,
Like will-o'-the-wisp sort of?
yeah, and things that kind of play with people, but nothing necessarily that is specific to creepy children in the forest.
Huh. Maybe I should try an insight. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think we can rule out the possibility that there is more than one child in this construct.
That was good.
That's an
He
8.
may be
An
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that they are benevolent, actually. You get a sense of playfulness and innocence in their voice.
And I knock on his dome.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not
At
gonna
this
like
point-
that.
No, I'm just gonna.
Oh,
Do you mind?
okay.
And I will knock on him
Bing,
and go.
bing.
And hello, are you the only one in there?
That is very loud.
Oh,
He doesn't
apologies.
like that. He doesn't like that.
That is why you don't like people.
I am the only one in here, from what I know. This was a warforged that was never activated.
Then I would say follow the voice. I am so curious what will happen next.
Are you coming?
I will follow you if you follow the voice.
Okay, Falfer, let's go.
Well, they said not to tell us. Will they be angry that you told us?
They told me to come and play, and they also said that they needed help. They're very confusing voices. It's probably best if I don't go alone.
I will join you.
I'm
I'm not
coming
afraid.
too.
I'm gonna ask the driver of the thing. Have they this already paid you because they might not be able to pay you after they go. But you're on your phone, Mr. DM, and I cannot.
Sorry.
I'm just talking to myself. Go ahead into the woods.
I'm talking to the producer. I'm sorry. Tim, he's hearing an echo. Sorry, go ahead. What was that?
I want to ask the driver, like,
Yeah.
did you get paid already because they want to go to the woods and they might not come back?
It's okay.
No.
No, we
you
will be
heard
back.
of-
We will be back, I promise you, because if these people are not real people, then there is no one out there for us to get hurt by.
You have my word, we will return. We are not trying to cheat you.
You're from around here.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Okay, maybe leave your packs, leave your things,
You
and
know what?
come back after.
For you, I will do that. I will leave my pack behind, and I take off my backpack, and I put it on the bench, and I say, "See, we will be back. I will always find this pack. Let's go."
I'm keeping my pack with me. My father packed it for me. It has helpful things. I will keep it.
Great. You keep yours. I leave mine. We can go.
The three of us.
Let's go.
You're going to leave your things too, or you're going to lose them and take them to the woods?
You already have my word. Now you want my pack?
Well, you're going to be back. We might as well keep them safe.
I suppose I understand your mistrust. All right, fine. You can watch my things.
Okay.
'Kay.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna like.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got
Okay,
it.
so you guys get up.
Yep.
You start to
Don't
move
touch
towards the
the
woods. I'd like you to make a survival check with who's leading this search.
I'm just following him. I'm assuming he's.
You're following him.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
we have to follow you.
Make it with it.
I'm the only one with an
Yeah.
idea of directionality.
Make a survival check and add their bonuses to survival to that check, please.
Ooh,
You may add one.
excellent.
And from me, you may add
After they
5.
go forward a little bit,
Yep.
I'm going to stand up and start to follow them.
Okay.
Yes,
How far
then,
behind?
30
that
paces?
makes
Are you making it
16.
obvious?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
standing up and
Yes.
following.
So 2 plus 1 plus 4. That's 15.
15. Okay. With the 15, you enter the woods, and all of you see in here, and you see like the shadow of a child kind of run between two trees and disappear.
All of
Glad
us see
I'm not
this?
there.
No, just him.
Just him.
Seems like
Just
a
him.
great idea.
We
Child,
can
you
shed
are-
it when they don't come back.
Beginning to cause concern in me, for you have called and said you needed help, and then you said you needed to play, and now you're running from tree to tree, and your behavior is confusing when I think of it connected to the things that you have said.
Just a little further.
I don't think I want to go any further.
We're right around the corner.
I don't. I'm not. I mean, I felt like they were benevolent before.
Tell me what you've seen.
Well, have you seen anything?
I've not seen a thing.
You still
Nothing.
do not hear anything?
Are they
I'm not-
talking to you?
They
Still?
are still talking to me.
What did they say?
They said a little bit further. And I see them running between the trees.
I said, we are fine. I feel no hurt or pain at all. Let's keep going.
Maybe there's something wrong with my head.
I mean, I am not a metallic doctor,
They're called
But-
blacksmiths.
Right. I am not the blacksmith, so I cannot tell whether or not you're okay. But I will tell you this: I love adventure, and so I say follow them.
You speak with wisdom. Let's go.
All right, but if we don't see anything soon, we should head back. I don't like these woods.
How much further should we go?
Let's just see what the voices say, but not much.
Another 5 feet.
It said another 5 feet.
Well, then 5 feet is right here.
Can we hear their dialogue from where we are?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty loud.
I'm
It's somewhat muffled. As soon as they enter the forest, that fog, you can hear it just on the wind. Like it's...
Oh, so we can hear them at their...
Yeah, but they're only like 15 feet into the woods.
I'm going to stare intently 5 feet in front of me just to see if anything happens.
Yeah, and I will look at him as well from a distance, and I'll say, no alarm, I am simply pulling out my crossbow. And I pull out one crossbow just on the ready.
Should I ready weapons as well?
What are they saying now? 5 feet and then...
They just said 5 more feet.
I don't see anything. I'm going to slowly draw my sword and shield.
Okay.
I have this huge mother instinct
Yeah.
for Sterling.
Yeah.
So can I just yell and say
Yeah.
"You okay, buddy? Tin Man?
It's pronounced Sterling.
Sterling?"
I still hear the voices, but the others do not. They seem to be leading us to a very specific point, but I'm hesitant to go there, even though I get the sense that they are benevolent.
Do you need me?
Sure.
Didn't they not say 5 more
Oh,
feet?
come
They
on.
did.
I was hoping you'd say no. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much should I come?
0. Don't go.
Let's hope that he says low numbers, below 5.
Just a little further.
It's just a little further. Perhaps
So you're good on your own. I got it. I'll take care of the bags.
there's 3 of us. I'm sure that children cannot cause too much damage to one 7-year-old, one 11-year-old, and a 100-year-old.
I'm not nearly that old.
I just made a guess. I'm
Well.
sorry.
Bless you, child.
Perhaps
It's only 5 more feet. Go!
let us go 5 more feet.
Okay,
All right.
you walk 5 more feet, and the voice says, "Okay, and 10 paces to the right."
Now it says 10 paces to the right.
Next it will ask us to start dancing.
That would be fun.
Why?
And it likes the idea of dancing.
Dance? What?
Why do you not come to us?
We have
Strange
something for you.
voices.
10 more paces.
You could bring the thing to us.
No, that wouldn't be fun.
Can I make another insight check?
Yep. What are you trying to determine?
I'm trying to, because it makes no sense. They said that they needed help, and then they wanted to play. And now they're leading us deep into the forest. And of course, I think this whole thing is sketchy. So
Okay.
I read about Will o' the Wisps, and I don't think these are Will o' the Wisps, but still. So that's a what is it? Insight. This is 15.
Okay. You get the sense that there isn't a lot of danger. You get the sense, again, that they're just, from one child to another,
Aww.
they just want to help.
They're like your...
Can I
haven't had many
cast
friends,
message,
so-
the cantrip message, and speak directly into his mind?
Sure.
I've always found it best that when you do hear voices, you don't tell others.
You hear Ron's voice say that.
Round's voice is in my head now too.
Yes.
Like what?
Wait, no. Let me clarify.
Yes.
So right now you're hearing your own voice. You're also hearing child voices, and you're now hearing Ron's voices. I say we leave this place and go right back.
Am I hearing one child or multiple children?
One. You think,
Okay.
you get the sense that it's one.
I'm just gonna look back at Roan and like, did you just tell him something?
I just look at him silently and don't respond.
To the right of you,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you see a silhouette poke out of behind a tree. You can't make out any features, and says, "Just a little further," and goes back behind the tree.
I'm definitely going crazy. I'm sorry, my friends. But the child just peeked out from the tree. Did you see that?
Nope.
I I have no idea.
You're saying it's right
Maybe it's
there.
To the right, about 10 paces.
But
and
it's so misty out.
Well, if it's right there, then maybe I'll follow right next to you and we'll see what he wants.
Okay, fine. I will prepare myself. Go!
I did not see Roan, but I heard him in my head. Maybe he's over there too?
I
Maybe.
saw him back in that direction where we came from, and he's just right there.
15 feet is like so close.
I said 30 feet away from
Oh,
you.
yeah, okay.
So I turn around and look and see Roan,
At the edge of the forest, yeah.
Just watching you guys.
And I'm hearing your voice in my mind.
And then out loud, I'll say, I've always thought it best that should you hear voices, it's best not to tell others.
Well, I've told everyone about every voice I've heard.
It's been very
Too
forthcoming.
little, too late.
I feel I have nothing to hide.
Come now, quickly.
There's the child again.
I need to go.
All right, well, let's carefully approach.
Time seems to be a factor. They need to go. Let's draw closer, but maybe at a medium pace.
Fair enough. I will be at your side.
All right, lead the way.
okay. And I do have my hand on the hilt of my sword, but I have not drawn it. And we're continuing forward.
Okay. You walk the 2, the 5, the 8, the 10 paces to this tree.
Yes.
And it's a tree that is about 2 feet wide.
Yes.
And goes right up disappears into the mist. And you kind of take a look around it like this, and then you come around the right, and at the base of the tree, by the roots, you see a blue velvet bag at the foot, right in front of the roots. And it's cinched at the top,
Yeah.
kind of like a fabric bag.
Okay.
Light blue velvet.
Do you see this bag?
Do we see it?
Yeah, you all see it.
I do see that bag.
Okay.
It's beautiful, actually.
Is this what all the fuss was?
Shall I open it?
I mean, if you do not want it, I will hold it.
I'm not sure I feel comfortable opening it here. Should I bring it back to camp?
I think we should open it here.
Well, are the voices saying anything?
We do not know if it's explosive. We do not know if it could hurt others. We do not want to put others at risk.
Then should we not open it?
Perhaps.
I'm confused. I will open it. Stand back.
Okay.
Okay.
And I take 5 paces back.
Okay. So I go to the bag.
Yep.
And I uncinch it.
Okay.
I'm sitting close very
As you
intently.
get closer to the bag, give me an investigation check, please.
Oh dear. I'm not good at that. 15.
You notice that as you start to uncinch it, on one side of the bag, the part that's facing up, you see wings embroidered on the bag.
There are embroidered wings on the bag.
Sounds very
Open it
dirty.
further.
Okay.
Look inside.
And you see that there is the top of a bottle
Yeah.
with a cork in it as you cinch it a little bit, as you open it just a touch, and it kind of peeks out.
Okay, so slowly
okay.
pull the bottle out.
As you pull it out, it's a round bottle. Sorry, it's kind of like it's an awkward shape, weird shape, but it's got 4 sides. It's got a stopper on the top, and there's a red liquid in it that is, it's almost like sparkles in it as you kind of move it around.
I'd like to try to identify the potion.
Give me a Arcana check.
23.
The 23, you have seen this before. It is a potion of healing.
Oh.
And
That,
in,
my friend.
and in your ear, you hear, "We thought you might need this." And I want to thank you guys for the donation of the healing potion. We have reached our first milestone
Already.
to receiving our first item. Thank you so much.
That's crazy!
Oh, children.
Back to the game.
Okay.
Nice.
That is
Wow.
definitely a potion of healing.
Perhaps we should listen to all the voices in my head.
I mean, if they always lead you to healing potions, yes, we must listen to everyone.
Excellent.
You are good luck.
Can we have a moment to
I've
play?
never been good luck before.
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
while they're
So
there.
as you guys were doing this, you guys can, converse.
I'm going to take a stick and just kind of poke at their packs a little just to see if there's anything interesting poking out.
I'm gonna pull out my.
Are you being careful for that she not notice?
I'm not taking
Yeah.
anything.
No, I know. You're just.
Well, I'm
No,
just.
I want to pull
I'm just
out my.
taking a look because I just want
Your
to
daggers?
know.
Yeah, and I don't want him doing that. I want to pull out my daggers.
I'm just taking a look here.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a look. I don't know you. Maybe there's crazy things in you.
Put down your pokey stick.
It's just a
Put down your
stick.
pokey stick.
Don't worry. It's just a
Put
stick.
down your pokey stick.
What are you holding again?
Guns.
Number one.
Ready to dance.
What do you got?
Daggers. Little short ones, right?
Yeah, little knives, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll say, okay.
These are my daggers.
Putting down the sticks.
Thank
I'll put
you.
it down, and I'll use my fingers and be like, I just.
Can
Just
I like?
taking a
Can I
look.
just like reach out and
Well, how-
almost hit his?
You sure can.
finger?
Give me a performance check.
Okay. This one.
Well, let's say deception check. Deception or performance, whichever one you want.
That's a
It's a 19 plus your performance, which
That's gonna be
is
pretty good.
plus
3.
So that's 22.
22. With a 22, you absolutely think she's gonna cut your hand.
Okay. I say, okay, just making sure. But if you know all these peoples and you're trusting them, I trust you too.
I love the further the stream goes, you descend further into Borat, like you further into.
I'm sorry.
It's great. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, man. I usually just do my own.
I love it. It's great.
Voice.
It's wonderful. My own irritating voice. It's good. Okay. So what do you guys do? You guys come back to the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a potion that will heal you.
Yes, it is a potion of healing. Have you not seen one? They are amazing. You drink it up just like you would imbibe anything really, like a juice or a water or a flask or a wineskin or a. There are many things, and you drink it, and then you just feel like full of life because you are.
Oh, that sounds amazing. We should be very careful how we use this.
Very
This is a wonderful thing to find.
Very, very.
Are they close yet? Can I talk to them?
We're back, right?
Yeah, they're back.
Oh,
They're
okay.
talking. They're talking at the fire as they're walking back. You hear all
All
this.
right. So what you got, guys?
We found a potion of healing.
Yes, it is a potion of healing. It seems the children in his head are quite informative.
Oh, good job, Sterling.
And generous.
Yes, very generous.
Yes.
So if you hear them again, we follow them.
Who should carry this?
I am too small.
Should I carry this?
Yes, why don't you hold on to it? You know how to be careful?
Always.
Okay. At this point, that was good.
Where did you put it?
He drops it because she doesn't have a jacket to put it in.
Yes, because the giant metal child is the best choice to hold the glass.
All right. So you guys.
Found it.
At this point, Stenimir comes over and he says, "Hello, the stew is ready now. It's nice and warm. Who would like some?" And he starts taking out bowls. He starts to pass out the stew, some bread and some wine. And I see you've got to get to know Orel as well. Is that right? You guys are getting along. I like that very much.
We didn't talk too much.
No? Are you playing nice?
They went to the woods.
He tried to touch your bags.
Hey, I cannot comment.
He's a bag toucher.
Well,
I was making
It's all right.
sure that you did not have weapons to try to hurt us. We will be traveling together. I was worried.
well, we certainly have weapons. But I hope that
true.
little exchange, I mean, we came back, just like we said.
I'm
hope
glad.
We've
I'm
built a
glad.
little trust now.
I thought you might not.
There's nothing shady about this guy at all.
Thank you, thank you.
I didn't say that in game.
It's too late.
It's too late. All right, so you guys have your lunch. Is there anything else you'd like to do before you set off? I will allow you guys to have a short rest. You've been here probably more or less about an hour.
I'm gonna roll
So
hit
yeah,
die.
if you want to roll a hit die for anybody who's lost hit points, you can roll a hit die. I don't think anybody else is damaged,
Oh.
right?
6.
Opa.
I'm full health again.
I think I'm the only other one.
7.
And you can show Mel how to do
gone.
a short rest on her.
Do you need
Wasn't I
to,
resting though when these guys were at the talking to the little kids?
Yeah, everybody's resting during that time.
if you ever need to, you
Can't
can just
see.
do that. Do short rest. And you select the number of hit die. Right now you only have 1. So you would roll
Nice.
1d8, add 2, and then you can add that to your.
But I don't.
After.
Do I need it?
You don't need it right now,
Okay.
so don't.
Okay,
I'll need
so
you to tell me that again.
all right, so you guys pack up all your things. You get back in the wagon. Stenimir says, "So at this point, our wagon is going to go south. You guys are going to head west towards the village of Barovia. You make a stop there. Orel is going to go with you, and he's going to pick something up there for us. And then we meet on the other side of the village. Is okay?"
Okay.
Okay, so he gets into his
good.
wagon and he says, "Okay, everybody, have a good time, and everybody, goodbye."
Goodbye. Have a good trip.
And thank you very much for the help that you gave us.
Okay, I'm already in the wagon. Take care. And he's going off.
Yes.
That's your construct wave.
It's great. It's great. All right, so you guys are back in the wagon. You have about 2 miles of travel. What do you guys do at this
I'm in the
time?
back with him now.
Yes.
So you're going to Barovia. Why?
We have been brought here. We're not sure why, but at least myself and my friend and my other friend and my new friends, it seems we were brought here.
You guys remember that Stanimir told you that Madame Eva has answers to your questions. And he wasn't really willing to give you any more information than that. He's like, "Don't worry, Madame Eva has all the answers. Just wait, you talk to her, she'll tell you what's going on."
So we are looking for, when we get to the location where we stop, we will be looking for a Madame Eva.
Yes.
Do you know her?
Yeah, everybody knows.
I don't know her.
But you're going to see her.
Right.
Can you help lead the way?
What are we? Well, not from back here.
There is still a Vistani in the front of the wagon, outside the wagon, leading it.
The driver, he takes us. I just am sitting. I can't see.
This is.
You know it's Boris leading the wagon.
Boris.
Yeah.
Boris. He's good people.
So, what sort of answers will Madame Eva have for us?
All of them, very good ones.
Will she be able to tell us how we got here?
She's fortune, future telling. Not you tell her how you got here. She tells you future.
No, well, she's only going by what I know.
How can she tell you the past? She doesn't know you.
How does she know
I
the
guess
future?
that makes sense.
She's stunning.
Is it magic?
It's not magic. I don't know. It's not magic.
It's just,
It's magic.
some Vistani are
not-
gifted
not-
with an understanding and ability
Clairvoyance.
to,
Yeah.
clairvoyance and ability.
Not
Yeah,
magic.
yeah.
It's just
We should go quickly then.
Well, I am anxious for some answers.
Me as well. All of this confusion is very confusing.
Remind me your name?
Or
Ah, yes. How do you spell that? Is it just...
or A-L-E. O-R-E-L. Or.
I thought it was Oro. I've been wrong.
I thought it was Oreo.
Not
Oreo.
Oreo.
Yeah.
Or.
He's clearly saying Orville.
Or.
Orville.
There's not a we in it.
What? Is it so it's Orville?
O-R-E-L.
Okay.
Or.
Anyways, perhaps
Like
we
gold.
should
Very good.
spend the rest of the ride in silence, contemplating.
I agree with that one
Yeah.
for the first time.
Okay,
How long is the ride from here?
2 miles.
Not long.
What's that in kilometers?
Okay, I'm gonna sit there for minutes.
In a wagon, it's probably about another hour.
I'll give him about 15 seconds of silence.
Can Firehand? Can you speed up the horse, Firehand?
Oh, by all means, let
Just-
me just pull that out of my pockets
Yeah.
and make the horses go faster.
I feel like you could. You did that outside.
I can't.
Dun dun dun. More disappointments from
You're
men.
not friends. You just don't even know.
He's a hard one. This guy's a hard one to crack.
I'll open the back door. This is very interesting, but I will go sit with Boris. And I'll climb out to the sitting with Boris.
While it's going?
Yeah, while it's going.
You open up the wagon, and there is basically a step in the back, and that's it.
Okay.
So you can either climb that way or climb that way.
I'll climb up over top, and I'll
give me an athletics check.
Oh my goodness! Please fail! Please fail!
Please fail.
That is a 14.
Okay, with a 14, you manage to kind of get up. It's not super easy. It's a moving wagon.
Yep.
And as you get up on top, you actually get a view now of the surrounding area.
Okay.
The mist allows you to maybe see 300 feet in front of you.
Okay.
And you see you're in a plains area. And the Sphalic Woods has opened up and now kind of goes out into the mist, and you lose kind of the edge of it. And this road just continues through this kind of plainy area.
Okay. So I will, as I, notice my surroundings, I'll turn back to the door, just like not go back down, but like poke my head over into the cabin and go, seems like we are out of the forest. I will give you updates as I learn them. And I go back up and jump into Boris's side seat.
Okay, as you jump into Boris's side seat, he goes, "Ho, what are you doing here? I was just..." And he's a big, kind of burly Vistani, and he's wearing like oranges and reds and scarves, but he's got this really rough, unkept beard that kind of like points in all directions. And he goes, "Oh my goodness, you're a creepy little child."
I am, first of all, probably quite old compared to what you think. And I was bored to tears inside, so I'm now here with you. Tell me a little bit about your adventures.
First, did you bring drink?
Did I bring drink to drink?
Yes.
Of course.
Drink.
It would be dumb to not do that. Here, let me pull out the flask. And I pull out my flask and I say, so I have two drinks. I have this one, which is a fermented goat alcohol, which is very good in Halfling culture.
Made from goat.
Well, you have to ferment them for a while with some mushrooms, but it's very good.
Okay.
And then I have a little bit of just ale. What would you like?
Fermented goat, I try.
Okay, I like you. I'll hand them the flask and go, you drink that, I will drink this.
God, that's awful.
It's a family tradition. We make it in the backyard.
Out of goats.
Sometimes, yes.
It tastes like the shit of goats.
Well, sometimes they are alive, and sometimes they are not.
1 minute. Still tastes like the shit of goats.
Then, if you do not like it, you should stop drinking.
No, I'll keep it. It's okay. Thank you.
I like you.
You're okay, child.
How long do you think before we get to where we are going?
2 miles.
Still 2 miles, but we've been talking for like 6 minutes.
It has only been about 30 seconds.
Okay. Right. Feels like 6 minutes. Can we please move this along? It's going so slow. My friends are so very boring.
Can we hear him?
Give me a perception check.
Is it a wood?
Yes,
Or
it's
is
a
it
wood
like
wagon.
claw?
Yeah, that's a wooden wagon. No. It's glass actually in the front. There's a window. There's a window of glass with some drapes, and there's a wooden door. Well, no, so there's a window, not a door. So the door's in the back.
He's not exactly quiet.
No. Give me a perception check.
Never.
That thing's so weird.
Right?
19.
They look like trailer hitches.
Oh.
19? Yeah, you can hear it.
Maybe.
And actually, you happen to be in the front, right? The window's right there, so you can actually hear quite well. And you put your head against the and you can hear this whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold on to that information.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you guys travel. You guys travel the distance until you come to.
Gotta love Sirenscape.
Yeah.
Sorry, switching gears. Here we go.
spot in D&D Beyond to track your hit die?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
This between the two things?
Yeah. Temporary and all that.
Okay.
Tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except the mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. And we will switch to our little setup here. We got our village of Barovia. Let me come. I don't have to come around, but if we can bring the camera around to the front there, and bring the wagon back to the edge of the map there, that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a really good picture from this camera.
Realistic.
That's amazing, right?
Holy jumping.
How did you
The fog too.
You can't see the wagon.
crying people?
So as you guys approach, that is more or less what you see. There is always fog in the surrounding the buildings, kind of in and out. It seeps in and it seeps away. What do you guys do? You guys are in the wagon right now. You guys can see it through the windows. You're approaching the village. You're not quite there yet.
We can hear people crying very clearly.
Like moans. In
You
the
can
background?
hear sobbing in the distance.
Orel, is that crying I'm hearing?
Oh yes.
What? Why are they crying?
They're not happy.
Is this normal?
Well, it's not like a happy place, but you get used to being sad.
Well, what's the reason for the sadness, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Well, we're not, I don't know. I guess since the land was conquered, people just not love to play or sing as much, but...
Conquered?
Oh, you don't know everything. Oh, you're new.
Yes.
Right, we didn't talk a whole lot because you didn't want to. You said your friends are boring.
Can I hear him right now? I'm still in the wagon with Boris, right?
Yeah, but outside with the horses and stuff, I'll give you a perception check with disadvantage on that.
Sure.
What are we here to pick up,
Base
Oros?
24.
You said
sorry,
you
with
were here
disadvantage.
to see the madam.
Yes, Madam Eva.
But
So-
wasn't it first
yeah.
that they were going to pick
So as you
something
know,
up?
you're heading through to pick up something at the local mercantile shop. It's a package that Stanimir said that they had for you. That's what you know.
There's a lot of names that was just said. I don't know everybody, if I'm honest, but we're picking up a package.
I think it best you be about your business then.
That's what we're doing.
Can you tilt the camera just up just a bit so we can see the rest of the village, please? Okay, as you guys kind of enter...
Sorry.
That's a well that
Yeah,
looks
that's
like
good.
stalks in the picture.
That's funny, eh?
It looks like what?
It looks like
It looks like
horse
stalks.
Oh, yeah. So as you guys head down the central road in the village of Barovia, as you guys are looking out the windows, the first couple of buildings that you're passing, one looks like a horse stall on the right of the wagon, and on the left of the wagon, it appears to be some sort of homestead.
So you were conquered, you say?
Long ago. How long ago? Centuries ago. Long ago. Not recent.
So it wasn't a very good thing then, I take it, if it caused this effect this far.
I would say being conquered is not one of the best things. Yes.
You can move the wagon up now between the next two buildings. As you continue on, in the next, you see on the right what appears to be kind of a burnt out dwelling of some sort, almost like in ruins. And on the left, you see what appears to be a barn.
Okay, I see.
Do I know what that building is?
Which one?
The burnt out one? How familiar am I with everything?
You've been here before. You know the buildings. You've seen them before. You've never been in them necessarily. You only come here. You know that the village of Barovia is the most desolate of the villages in the land of Barovia. And has the least hope and the most upset people and all of that kind of stuff.
It's where Madame Eva is, though. Right?
No, it's not.
No?
Actually, Madame Eva is past the village of Barovia in her own encampment.
Okay.
And you're just passing through at this
Okay.
point.
So
Stop by for my package.
I will turn to Boris.
Yeah.
And I'll say, Boris, tell me, it seems very sad here. Not very much. That burnt building over there. Do you know what happened? The burnt one.
That has been burnt for a long time. I do not know. Every time we come, it's the same. Many of these houses empty.
And all of a sudden, there's a massive crash, and the wagon, it teeters and shifts, and a wheel you see comes off. I'd like you all to make dexterity checks to just kind of like stay, especially you, to stay.
A check or a save?
Save, sorry.
17.
Okay.
What do I look at? Dexterity?
Save, yeah.
17.
20.
Unnatural 1.
No, dear.
I've got another
That's funny.
20.
Six. Okay. So you all kind of tumble. 17, you grab on, no problem, and your servos kind of kick in, and you're able to ready yourself. You all kind of tumble around the wagon interior. You're still able to kind of stay in your seats, but you kind of bump into each other. It's not very graceful. What did you get?
20.
What's a 20? So 20, you hold on, no problem. And Boris kind of rights himself, and the horse kind of goes off to the side and starts to neigh. And you look down, and you see that the front right wheel has come off the axle, and the wagon is now tilted in a downward position.
Boris, what has happened to your wagon? Why are we like this? Stop, everyone! Stop!
No, this is not good.
Can I open the wagon's back door?
Yep.
And
come out?
Step out.
Yeah, if you can place your miniature.
We've stopped now?
Yeah.
And I'll jump out off as well.
I want to take a look around and see if anyone's watching us or if I notice
On the front,
anything.
yeah. Or in the front.
I'll come at the back with Ron.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Yeah. Okay.
Can I go out too?
You're the cameraman, Davey.
Got it.
Okay, so you all step out of the wagon, and you are where you see that you are right
I'll
now.
be the last one out.
You see in front of you, you kind of take it all in now. The buildings are as you see, and there is heavy, dense fog in the areas that is represented on the table, blocking certain alleys, not blocking others. What do you guys do?
That was pretty rough. I'm just gonna look to see if I can tell what caused the wagon to.
Give me an investigation check.
I'll do the same. I'll run to the front. I'm at the front, actually.
16.
To 16. You can tell that the part of the axle where the wheel came off has broken. It is splintered, and it's no longer able to bear the weight that you needed to bear.
It is clearly not my fault. What did you see?
Yeah, it's very badly damaged. It's basically unusable.
Well, what are we... I guess we are here now.
Boris jumps off the front and joins you guys at the side. And as soon as I find Boris, I will give him to you. Where is Boris? That's okay. We'll just use him as Boris for now. He jumps off in the front and he says,
Oh, this is not good. This will take hours to fix, if not longer. I can fix, I think. This is a problem happens. We travel lots.
Is there an alehouse around? Someplace we could go to?
Can I use like perception to just kind of
what are you trying?
my
Yeah,
like little
yeah.
like ears, my little like
Your
antennas
antennas?
out? Yeah,
What are you
and, like,
trying
I just
to-
want to sense if there's anything.
Yeah, give me a perception
any
check.
crazy people
Yeah,
around
give me a
or
perception
You have
check.
whatever.
antennas?
I do.
She's joking.
Sneaky. I don't. 8,
It's a melanism.
8 and perception.
Yeah.
12.
12. With a 12, it's actually eerily quiet, except for that sobbing in the distance that you hear every once in a while on the wind. Other than that, it is silent. It appears to be almost like a ghost town at this stage.
Sterling, do you hear any voices?
I hear crying.
Everybody else hears the crying?
I also hear the crying.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
It's very normal.
Do we go find out if we can help the person who is crying?
Maybe. Boris, is there anything I can do to help you?
I don't know. I mean, I think I can handle by myself. I have tools. This happens often.
All right. Well, if you're sure, then maybe we'll see what we can do about.
Yes, just be careful. This place is not very safe. Not happy place.
Yeah, I want to
Mind
go and
yourselves.
I want to go and look around to try to find someone to talk to.
Okay. Okay. Which way are you gonna head?
I can help if you want. You want to have ales?
I don't want to be alone with Pokey Stick Man. So who's coming with me?
That's not my name, but I can help.
Where did you say you were gonna go?
I want to go talk to someone. I want to find someone.
We could go to the ale house. I have friends. You have a
The outhouse?
Ale house.
Oh.
Unless you need
That
the
sounds better.
outhouse, you can go.
Yes.
You need to cook. Okay.
I need to go.
We're gonna find the outhouse near
Okay.
the ale house.
Okay. So you
I
know
want to
that
go and find someone.
you know that there is a tavern, and it's kind of one tavern, and businesses open and rarely close and rarely reopen, and there's very few. Every time you come here, it seems like another business, another tradesman is closed on an ongoing basis. You know that where you want to go is down that way, and then down this street, which currently is blocked as you come around the corner with fog.
Okay. Come this way, and I will start walking.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, coming.
Is anybody coming with me?
Everybody.
Are you going to the ale house?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I am definitely coming.
And the outhouse.
Is that
Oh, I am definitely going.
is that the direction of the crying?
The crying seems like it's coming from down this way and then that way.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, the same direction as that way.
The same direction as the ale house?
Opposite. Crying that way.
Yes.
Sorry. Crying that way. Ale house this way. I
Okay.
apologize.
Okay.
That tears at me. Alcohol and crying. I don't know.
Which one to choose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys can
I
move
know.
your
Sorry, I'm
distance,
going.
those of you that have moved, move your distance as
I'm
far as
with you.
your speed.
I'm up here.
Move your speed.
You up with me?
Move your
Yeah.
speed.
You're
Okay,
30
30 feet.
30.
So
Yeah.
we're up
only
like
30.
here.
Yeah.
By the horse.
You and me?
Yeah, I'll continue with them then.
This is
I'll
you?
go.
Are you crying or are you ale?
Who's coming? Everybody's coming?
Yeah.
Well, I would want to help the crying person. So.
Yeah.
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 So we're all
We're not that
going
far
the
yet.
direction.
Yeah,
Same
we're all-
direction so far.
So far,
Okay.
we are traveling in
okay.
the same direction.
Okay.
The halfling has 25
I'll be
speed.
next.
Yeah, so I'm ahead. I was
You
off
have
the
little,
front.
little
so.
legs.
Oh, that's true. Look at that little
Very
one.
little legs.
Oh, you're over there? I didn't
Oh,
see
right.
Yeah,
you.
see the little
Oh my
guys?
gosh.
Tiny.
So where are you going? By
I was
yourself?
I was at the front already,
Got
so
a head
I
start.
have an additional whatever distance on you guys a little bit.
Okay. Falfer, perception check, please.
Cameraman.
And if you can bring the camera up further too, so that we can see the whole.
I don't
18.
know how to do this.
18.
18. As you pass this house on the right, you see that there is candlelight in the window. You don't see much else because it's kind of clouded window, medieval kind of fantasy clouded window.
Yeah.
So you can only see that there's flickering inside, but you can't quite make out what's going on. But you know that there is some life in this building that isn't in the other buildings.
Okay, who's closest to me?
He's on the opposite side of the road, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm on this side.
We can move the wagon actually because it's kind of in the way of the camera there.
Hey.
Move it back a bit. Yeah, there.
Is Oro closest to you? Then?
I think so.
Oh, Oro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
would
up
be,
here.
Would be me and him then.
Okay, so I don't. That's fine. I'm going to just as I'm walking, I'm going to move stealthily, but briskly towards that house, just to peek into the window if I can.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Sorry, this house?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay. With a 10, you kind of as best as you think you are, you kind of move over. It's cobblestone. There's some loose rock, and you're kind of in the open. So those that kind of already see you, you can tell that they're kind of noticing what you're doing.
Okay.
You walk over and you look inside. Give me an investigation check, please.
14.
Okay. With a 14. You see what appears to be people. There is 2 children and 2 parents sitting at what appears to be a modest dining room table, and they're eating, kind of all with their heads down.
But the wailing isn't coming from this place.
No. They're just, it looks like a family down on their luck, just trying to have dinner. Quiet, silence, nobody's talking.
Falfor, come on, I have to go pee.
I'll turn back to them. I'm just checking to see if there are people in this town. Did you not want to find people?
I just really gotta pee.
Then go pee.
Oh, aren't you coming with me? I don't want to be left alone with this guy.
I do not help others pee. I am
I don't need your help
skilled
to go
in various
pee.
different things, but that one I did not learn. So
We're just going for the L. Why don't you come and stop being creepy? Who looks in other
okay.
people's
So he's
houses?
moving towards me. I will. I'll say. Okay, let's regroup here for a moment.
We're in a group.
No, you are here with me, away from the group.
They're right there. It's on the road.
So I'll say, I simply want to knock on the door and see if these people, if there's anything we can do for them.
This seems like it would be taking a fair amount of time. Can
Right
we
now,
keep?
yeah.
Can I keep?
You guys
moving?
can do what you want. Yeah. As you guys are having this conversation, who's talking right now?
So we were talking to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming. So if you want to move yourself closer to Falfer as you guys are having this conversation, are you guys talking in? No.
Yeah.
Put her where?
Well-
By Falfer. Not around that corner yet.
Okay.
Yeah. You're moving ahead. Where do you want to be?
I want to. I don't know if you want to come with me.
Yeah, I'm tracking just along.
You said
along road.
the crying came from here.
Yeah, from that direction.
I want to walk over here and seeing the mist. I
Yeah.
want to cast Prestidigitation
Yeah.
to create a bit of wind.
Yeah.
To start blowing the mist out of my path.
Okay.
As I start moving.
Okay. So as you you stop to cast Prestidigitation.
It's just a vocal and a somatic.
Okay, so as you
hand
approach,
movement.
you make your hand movement and you kind of do one of these, and the wind kind of, and it blows the mist like this, and it curls back around almost with tendrils that look like claws, and close back in, and that wall of fog is maintained.
Oh.
Is it an abnormally creepy day, or is it a normal creepy
It's a normal creepy day for Barovia.
Okay.
That was strange.
Though,
Behind you, aren't they?
give me a history check.
Well, if you were here, you'd see it. But if
Where are you, Adam? Where do you want to be?
Okay.
And also Sterling, where do you want to be?
Well, I'm staying with Dimitri. So far.
It's not good.
It's a 2.
Okay. It's always creepy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll go knock on this door.
you're walking.
Okay, the door is around the other side.
On this side.
Okay, so if you can bring Falfer around the corner. As you turn the corner,
Okay.
you hear soft whimpering. Not the whimpering that you hear in the distance. You hear,
And no one in the house. Not someone in the house.
and your eye is drawn towards a pair of children standing in the middle of an otherwise lifeless street.
Okay, so I'm gonna get down.
Can you
onto-
put these 2 children facing that direction right there, please?
I'm going to kneel down on one knee and just like not draw my weapon, but
Yeah,
like just.
the children
hold.
look like that. It's on the screen now.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm just going to.
Backs, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get as low to the ground.
So you
without
guys
being-
don't see him. Falfer comes around and sees the children just standing there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be as low to the ground as I possibly
Yeah.
can without being prone.
Yeah.
And like put my hand on my weapon.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
And just like turn back to the people around the corner.
Yeah.
And go, there are children here.
And you see that the one is probably around,
Guys, I don't know.
you imagine 11, 10, 11.
It's creepy here.
The girl is about 10, 11 years old. The little boy appears to be a boy, is the one that's whimpering. And he's holding a stuffed animal, doll, sorry.
Okay.
And she's like, shh, shh. And she's like shushing, like, just stop it, stop it. And they're just kind of standing in the middle of the street.
Okay, so that calms me a little bit.
What did you rolled a stealth to try and hide?
Yeah,
Are you trying to hide from him?
Yeah, I forget what I rolled for stealth, to be honest.
Roll it again.
I rolled a 21.
Okay, so you managed to, you think you jumped back around the corner before they could see you.
Okay.
And you're back around the corner.
Cool.
Fell from back around the corner.
Do I see them?
Not yet.
All right.
Oral,
So we
you're
see
right
him
at the
come
corner.
back.
You see him
Okay.
come back around the
As
corner.
he comes back around, I'll just do one of these and kind of like peek around the corner.
Okay, are you doing it stealthily, not to get noticed?
Well, I don't know how noisy this is.
Give me a stealth
generally.
check.
Okay.
No, but you're trying not to be noticed.
It's 14.
Okay, you think that they didn't notice you when they...
Okay, are they just normal creepy children?
Normal, creepy Barovian children from what you...
Yeah,
from
they're
what
just
you
But they're
normal, creepy
Yeah.
Barovian children.
Yeah.
And you...
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And you...
Noticing Falfer come back around the corner, I'm gonna say, children, why are you so wary of them?
Well, I've never been here. First off, it's kind of a creepy town in the second place. Have you
That is
ever
true.
seen? Have you ever been somewhere where there is wailing in the street? I am being careful. And so yes, there's two children around the corner, and yeah, they look like they're sad.
Yes.
Perhaps you should check it out, my friend. I'm gonna persuade Dimitri to take a look.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, it's 11.
Yeah.
Um,
You can give me an insight check if you want.
yeah. Well, I was gonna anyway.
Okay.
I have to agree.
I'm gonna follow a little bit behind him, 10 paces.
I'm just gonna slowly
Because it seems sort of ridiculous to hide from children to me.
peek my head and just kind of be there.
Okay.
Like, hello, children. Where are your parents?
Can I be behind him? I've gone with him.
Yeah. Yeah. The girl, after shushing the boy, yells out, "There is a monster in our house!"
The girl said that. Which house is yours?
She points to a tall brick row house that has seen better days back this way. Its windows are dark from this direction from what you can see in the distance.
As she says that, I'm gonna call out, "Has your father been in the cups?"
I don't know what you mean.
I'm gonna say just under my breath, but for everyone, monsters. Yes.
Is everyone okay over there?
There is a monster in our house, not so good.
It's not usually good when
You-
monsters in your house.
Well, has it hurt anyone?
Yes.
We are
People.
We're coming, children. And we'll walk. We'll walk.
Okay.
And now I'll walk my distance here and turn around and see if anybody's come with me. I don't want to speak for anyone else.
That was me.
That was you, yeah.
Well, now you're there.
Yeah. No, if you're going there, then I'll.
Oh yeah, you coming with me?
I'm coming right with you.
And obviously,
I'll
I'm
be
a
there
step
as well.
behind everyone.
Sorry, I haven't met me before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like here.
Oh, everybody's
Yeah,
coming.
I have to be behind everyone.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess
Okay.
this is what we're going.
Okay, we can bring the camera up further into the middle there.
How are the children reacting to us approaching them?
They seem fine. They seem hopeful. They kind of look like this, and they seem like a little excited.
All right, I'll walk up and kneel down in front of them. Like, don't worry, children. Help is on the way.
If you can bring the children closer to you, just because we're the cameras, instead of moving the camera, move the children closer.
As he's on his knees,
Yeah.
right? I'm assuming that his shoulder is about the same height as me standing up.
Sure.
So I can knock. So I nudge him in the elbow.
Yeah.
In his armor, and I say, "Who did you call?"
Ghostbusters.
Oh, you mean us?
Yeah.
You mean we're the help?
Yes,
Oh,
we-
yes, of course.
we-
Of course. Yes. No, you're right. It's us. We are the help. Children.
While this is happening, I'm gonna look over at Callie and say, "So the ale house was where?"
Our parents have the monster
Behind
trapped
you.
in the basement.
Oh, it's trapped.
You must help. Yes. They have managed to trap it.
What kind of monster today?
We don't know what it looks like, but we've heard the terrible howls.
Howl.
It's very scary.
Is it the same kind of howl that we've heard before already?
You haven't heard this. You
Well,
haven't heard
last
this.
game we've heard howls in the
Sure, but we didn't hear any howls.
No, we haven't heard it now. The kids said that they've heard the howls
Right.
in the basement. So
yeah,
you haven't heard them yourself, yeah?
Your parents
Okay,
trapped
okay.
it.
Yes.
Why
Yes, and there's.
don't you go to a new house?
Huh?
Maybe.
This is my home.
But this got a monster.
You know
There's
what?
empty houses.
But baby Walter is in the 3rd floor nursery.
Oh, goodness. We
We have
gotta
to
go
go.
now.
This is not okay. We must
Yep.
go.
We will get the baby for the new house.
Yep.
Like, well, are the parents around as well?
Yeah, they are there. They trapped it. Yes.
Also on the 3rd floor or in the
They
basement?
trapped the monster in the basement.
So they are down there with the monster.
Well,
Listen, we have 2 adults in the basement. We have 1 child in the top floor. We must go to this home right away.
Wait, are the people with the monster in the basement?
No, they have trapped, but I don't know for how long. And you have weapons, and you look very strong. Will you help us,
We should move quickly.
please?
I agree. We must.
Thank
do
you.
something.
All right,
Thank
how
you.
far is it?
Just over here, and she points over. And now that you're closer, you can actually
Now,
see.
I don't know about all.
We need to help.
Would
We're
you leave
not
the
going
baby to
let-
die?
What this man said.
Why not?
It's well. I've never thought of it this way. I would not leave my people to die.
Well, I think it's best you take the lead, Orville. I'm
Oral.
I'm going to persuade him to.
Okay, well, give me a precision check. Yeah. And give me a perception check or an insight check.
That's 19.
That's pretty good. It's a 1.
So you think it's the best idea ever?
Well, I'm not an adventurer, but okay. I will take the lead.
You know this land very well.
Yes, I might.
From
Don't worry, children.
from this distance, you can see that the windows of the house are dark. It has a gated portico on the ground floor, and the rusty gate is slightly ajar. The houses on either side of it are abandoned. Their windows and doors are also boarded up, and that is where we'll take our break for tonight. Quick break. A couple quick announcements. First off, again, if you follow us on twitch.tv/realmsmith, you can light up this little potion bottle here, and it's just a little indication of the love that you guys have given us. So there it is there. As well, just ignore Brandon's headdress as he prepares for the next part. I again want to thank Sirenscape, our main title sponsor for this season, as well as D&D for having us native on their stream and allowing us to use Curse of Strahd to create this awesome. There it is. As well, thank WizKids for the minis at the table, as well as Monster Fight Club for some of the terrain there as well. We're gonna take some bio breaks. I am going to go and I'm going to give you over to Gregory, the Vistani merchant, and his market. And he's going to tell you a little bit about the items that you can donate to send to the players. You've already sent the health potion, the potion of healing. The next one is Nolzur's Marvelous Pigments. He's going to tell you all about it. And then you guys can answer some questions on the stream while we take a bio break. Over to Gregory.
Oh, am I?
And Joel is in the.
I'm in the shop.
I can sit on Joel's lap. Here we go, my good friend. I only sit on the laps of my good friends.
I'm going a little French here.
It's okay, yeah, that's fine.
Hello.
Did it all night.
I am Grigori, and I'm back here to tell you about all the amazing things that will happen when you donate to Extra Life.
Second Life. Don't donate to Second
I've been
Life.
watching The Office. So, it's Extra Life. Now, our heroes have already gotten a
There you go.
potion of healing. And next is Nolzur's Marvelous Pigments. Do you know what those do? They are amazing. They are truly marvelous indeed. Now, inside of this fancy box, you will find some pigments, some paints that you can use to paint things. Each one of these bottles can paint 1,000 square feet. Oh, that's 1,000 square feet.
That's good.
Oh my gosh.
All right, 1,000 square feet. I know it's falling apart. So, of paint, of painting some things, and these things will actually become real, which is amazing. You can paint a tree, and it will be a tree.
It's fun.
You can.
Oh, I see. Okay, there we go.
You can paint a rock, and it will be a rock. But you cannot paint anything that is worth more than 25 gold pieces. Next is Potion of Flying at 500 gold pieces worth of donation to Extra Life. And after that is a Drift Globe for 750 gold pieces donated to Extra Life. Thank you so much for the donations that you have given to us already. Is there anything else I should add to this?
No. I mean, other than the fact that we should mention that these are cumulative.
Cumulative, yes, indeed. So, we have a total right now that is
120.
$120. And that will persist to the next stream.
Think of the children.
Think of the children.
Yes. Grigori here says, think of the children too. Because the children, as I said before, are our future. And if you want to save the future, you must save the children.
But not those children.
I don't know about those children. I don't know about those children. They might be good children.
Oh, come on, they're giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Just because they have low melanin does not mean that they are bad.
We just make sure that Orville goes first, so, you know, if anything happens, it happens to him.
Oral?
Orville.
This red shirt he wears. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's our red shirt of the day.
Indeed. So,
Red
here we go.
share.
I'm going to take this thing off right now.
Yeah.
All right. So, if anybody on the stream has a question for us, feel free to type question in the chat with your question. However, I do not have the chat up in front of me.
I have the chat open. So
You
if
have
you
the
guys
chat
have
open.
anything,
So,
feel free to message
starting-
out and we'll field those questions.
Indeed. Now, to answer a couple of questions that we had from the last game, somebody asked if any of us are going to be using any unearthed arcana in the coming, leveling ups. And yes, once I reach level 3, I'm going to be taking a Rune Knight. I'm going to be going to Rune Knight because it seems like it would be really cool to do with a Warforged.
So what exactly is a Rune Knight?
So, Rune Knights, I believe, were built by giants or using giantish runes. And these runes allow them to do different things in combat. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but there's some pretty amazing stuff in there. So things like getting advantage on certain attacks. You can, with the fire one, you can create fire shackles to put on somebody, and it does damage to them, which seems super helpful.
Yeah. Especially if it's a monster having to make saves.
Yeah.
Landis the thief approves of the Rune Knight.
Hello. Thank you, Landis. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think that's a cool idea, especially being a Warforged, because then the runes appear on you, right, as tattoos?
So the idea is that as leveling up happens and I'm able to use more runes are going to appear. I already have one on my forehead, as you can see in my character portrait.
Yeah.
And that
It's
one
an L?
is not it's not active, but it will become active at level 3. So that's the idea. So the original idea is that giants had something to do with the construction of this Warforged shell originally, and that's where this comes from.
That's cool.
Sorry?
What was that?
There's a question about voice actors on the stream.
Oh,
I haven't caught in that.
Okay.
What was the
Is that
question,
on? Is that D&D
So I
or?
don't know if any of you are professional voice actors, or what experience you have with respect to your characters, because they love the interaction.
I believe
wow.
Adam and myself and Joel have done paid voice work in the past.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
That does make us professional.
It
Indeed.
does make us professionals.
I've done a little bit of stuff, but nothing too crazy. Why do I seem like a voice actor?
You got
My
the hair
number
for it.
is.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done some voice acting. I've been in a few boy bands.
Indeed.
That's so bad.
The 2000s, they were a crazy
They
time.
were a crazy time.
I had a question last stream that I never fielded. So the question that they threw at me was how I was using some warlock spells.
Yes.
The answer is I took Variant Human and which camera am I I took variant human, and I took the magic initiate warlock feat. So that's how you notice me do those warlock spells.
There's 3 things you get with that, right?
Yeah, I get 3 spells, 2 cantrips, and 1 level 1 spell. So
You've already used
pretty
Eldritch.
nifty. Eldritch Blast as a cantrip, and then I've also used Hellish Rebuke.
Yes, indeed. And actually, somebody
I think I just took something regular.
somebody asked last time as well how my character has an AC of 20, and this actually
Hacks.
it did actually
Hack.
it did happen by accident, believe it or not. But it was Warforged get +1 AC. He also has a shield, and he's a defense fighter, so that's +3 AC just from those things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he's wearing chainmail, which it gets incorporated into his body.
What's it feel like
want to get out of those?
playing a Warforged in a world that is primarily human?
It's really interesting. So I recently watched Meet Joe Black, so I'm kind of using the childish version of Joe Black at the beginning of the movie as inspiration for his reactions to things.
No,
Joe Black.
Meet Jack Black.
Meet Jack Black.
Yeah. Hey, Bruno the Tavern Dog.
It's Baby Yoda.
All right.
Close enough.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of green on
Oh,
him.
someone wants to know,
Yeah.
where can I get one of those cool spinner dice things?
Ooh. Where can they get one of those cool spinner dice things?
Oh.
I didn't want to talk about it.
We don't. We can't talk about
It's
it.
a top
I
secret
think let's
spinner
stay
dice.
tuned. In the next few weeks, we'll talk about where you can go.
Why are you showing them off?
So
It's not-
cool.
Yeah.
it's a-
I had to use it. I wanted to make sure
May
I used it
I
in
see
a...
your ball? Thank you. Let me
We need
touch
the,
your
we
ball.
need the minicam on that.
It's
I
like a
mean-
little roulette wheel.
I was gonna say that's what she said, but it really is what she said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
That
no
is
mix in
really
words.
cool. It's very roulette-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where am I looking at?
You're looking
Yeah, we
so
need
the
the-
red bearing, I guess, is where
Oh, I
Can we
see.
get the battle cam on? The table
the. Hey
cam?
Tim. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go. So this is
Yeah, so
there you
there's
go. This is the spinny.
There's actually a D10 on the inside and a D20 on the outside. And the other one is
that
D4, a D6, a D8, and a D12, all in the other one.
And the red is what you roll.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What happens if you get in between? Is that a cocked eye?
Yes.
Well, it's
Technically.
It's hard
to
I guess,
get
but
right.
it doesn't cock nearly as much as
like getting in a tray.
rolling in a tray.
Leaning against.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and they don't take up any space.
Let's say on the top.
So I'm not like throwing them all over my minis.
And
or
they
my-
fit in a cup
my
holder
screen.
for trips?
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Was one time we played while we were driving with Jay, and it was just impossible to try to roll dice in the car.
Oh my.
But this thing in your cup holder is obviously very easy to use.
This is like
Yeah.
the Kindle
Of dice?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've been
It's
working
like
on some prototypes of
new
it,
school.
and we'll talk more about it soon.
Are there any prototypes for like D12s and D8s so that you could have it one for each weapon?
That's the other one.
Potentially.
This other one,
Yeah.
actually half of it is a 1 to 4 and 1 to 8. So it's a D4 and a D8 on one side and a
Whoa.
6 and a 12 on the other. So as the bearing goes around, it goes 1 to 3 4, 1 to 3 4, because there's actually two red bearings
on it.
So one for each side.
That is super duper fancy.
Yeah. And totally unbalanced.
So I'm
Am I allowed
looking
to
at
read
the-
what's on the top?
Like dice?
Actually, yeah.
So I'm looking at the
would be no
red
more
when
or
I
less
turn
for a
it.
die.
Yeah.
Wherever
so,
the red lands
Yeah. Where the red lands is what you
is the number
roll.
I get.
Yep.
And there was
Yeah.
another question, just quickly. Bruno is a French bulldog.
He is a French bulldog.
I saw
And-
pug. Someone wrote pug, but
He's a French bulldog, and his farts are the worst I've ever smelled in
Oh
my
my gosh.
whole life.
Well, have you smelled Jason's?
Runs in the family.
I have actually. We drove back from Philadelphia recently.
Yep. No getting out.
I
of that
love
car.
the man, and that was a little bit. I smelled it.
Yeah. No, Bruno's is pretty. He's wicked.
Yeah. I pretended it was Bruno's, but
Right.
I knew it was his. I knew it was Jason's.
we all knew.
We all knew.
We all knew.
That's the reason he brought Bruno, just to have an alibi.
Yeah.
That explains so
Fancy
much.
schmancy. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I'm trying to think of any of my. There were other questions from last time,
Yeah.
but I don't remember exactly what they all were. Like,
That's not
off the top of
helping
my
us.
head. No,
Yeah, it's
I
kinda-
know.
it's kinda
Well,
tough to remember them
I
all.
mean, I am right now. I'm kept upright by a pleasant amount of cold medication.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. I
I'm
saw
not all
you.
here. I do apologize.
I would on that Red Bull it up. We're not sponsored, but soon.
If anybody from Red Bull happens to be watching.
We need that sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to improve my dexterity. So.
K Silent Owl, we are from Canada.
Yeah.
We're all
so
from
that's-
Canada.
That's where all the oats and the boats
Yeah.
are coming from.
Well, I don't say that, so I don't know about you guys, but
You know about us?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about. I know, and a lot of people say boot, but I think it always sounds more like a boat.
Yeah, like a boat.
I say about.
Rhymes with goat.
I say about.
About.
But if you say it
Yeah,
quick,
about.
sometimes
And
it
I
comes
and I
out.
never say a, so
I say A.
I do.
you know what I mean, eh?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it depends on the context.
I know, eh?
I say A all the time,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
I catch myself.
Especially
There's-
spelling my
yeah.
name.
Yeah, it's in my
That's
last name.
true.
It's the first letter of my
Eating
last name, so
banana?
I say it quite a lot.
And the last syllable.
And the
Music
last
changed.
syllable, Auger.
Auger! Oh, there you go.
Wait, is that how you say your last name?
Yeah.
I always thought it was like Og.
Auger.
Interestingly enough, in German, in German, my last name means I, as in I. Aug.
What does it mean? in
Right?
French?
If you're in Germany out there and you're wondering, wait, that's not true. That's because someone told me that and I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's what someone told me, that it means I.
Like a
Like
physical eyeball.
Like the I.
See, I.
Aug.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
The eyes have it.
But you're actually French.
Yes,
real life.
French. Auger with an accent aigu on the end.
Accent
Like
aigu?
France French or French Canadian French?
That's a very good question. Going
don't
back
know?
a few generations, it's France.
Interesting.
But not that
another,
long.
We red lighted.
Hey, we got another purple light.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And?
So and then, but more recently, the last 3 generations, all Canadian French, like
Wow.
Quebecois? Or just.
no, Northern Ontario. Not
Oh, yeah,
Quebecois,
yeah.
Middle of
Alright.
nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, really.
Outskirts of nowhere, even.
Hey, K Silent Owl is from Edmonton, Alberta.
Hey!
Hey, the coldest city in all of North America. As
We,
like
Winter pay?
yesterday.
Trob19 wants to know how far we are from Windsor.
Oh, Windsor?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Couple hours? 2.5 hours?
No,
Yeah.
more than that. I think.
3?
Yeah, I think 3. Yeah.
Probably 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
3 hours away from Windsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just before you hit Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Oh, jeez, I just hit that camera.
As
ran
the
out.
crow flies.
Oh no,
As
I'll
the
fix
crow
it. I'll fix
If we
it.
need to.
Tim will.
Nice. Nice.
The Raven.
Yeah, I know there was another question from last time that I was trying to remember, but it's not coming.
Oh, jeez, just mics falling everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, somebody was asking about how we rolled our stats, and we did the 46. The lowest.
Drop the lowest.
Well,
And-
Adam and I rolled in front of everyone, and the rest of them cheated. That's how we rolled our stats.
Wow, it wasn't decided ahead of time. I rolled my stats in the car with you guys on my phone.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what Joel was on. I just got his stats over there.
Yeah, I got an 8 in there, so that's a real thing.
Yeah.
The rest aren't real. Though.
Where did you dump it?
Made up the rest.
Strength?
I put it into Constitution.
Intelligence. Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Con is your dump stat?
That's why you throw up all the time.
Yeah.
That's the only way we're allowing him to get away with those numbers.
Wow.
What's he got?
I went traditional and dumped.
It's not
it.
that crazy.
He's got pretty beast stats.
An 18 and 2 17s, but it doesn't matter where they go because
Like
they're
a
all
16.
amazing.
That's like level 4 will get you 3 18s.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did get really good rolls.
I did get really good.
Yeah.
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 Really good roll.
Let's do this. I've been convinced that I should run in there, so
Are we ready to
I'm ready.
Ready.
go in?
I'm ready.
We're gonna need. Let's.
We got one last question that maybe we can field.
Sure.
Outlaw 79 is asking, where did we get the inspiration for our characters?
You guys can go around the table real quick.
We haven't been given inspiration yet, actually. But
Go ahead, gentlemen. You guys are on camera. Go ahead. Where did you get your inspiration for your characters?
Alright, well, I like the Paladin, and I figured that I didn't know much about Ravenloft or Curse of Strahd, but I was leaning maybe radiant damage would be something that would come in handy. And also I prefer like melee fighters too, so kind of made sense.
Yeah, for myself, I was super interested in the Shadow Sorcerer as soon as I saw it come out, and I thought it would have a really good feel, especially story-wise with Curse of Strahd and a bit of a darker past. So that really I found interesting because I think a lot could could happen with that later on, especially in Curse of Strahd. So that's where I decided to go with Shadow Sorcerer.
Dave Morin.
Being a guest, a lot of my stats were handed to me today as we worked out a character that would fit at this point in this story.
Ooh,
inspired. I actually do really like kind of what we came up with. No, I like this
Annoying
guy. I like
Russian.
this guy. The annoying comes naturally.
You play it well.
A lot of work.
Inspiration for my character came from a French-Canadian trapper, which is what my original background is. No, just kidding. I was thinking about pioneering trappers as a kind of a, I don't know, just an inspiration.
Yeah.
And in my family, there have been trappers, so I just figured I would use that as the inspiration for
Did
my
you
character.
watch Frontier recently?
I did watch.
They're also all really short in his family.
They were incredibly small.
Yeah.
No, it was interesting
And
to
not
me.
very tall either.
That's right. We didn't have any. We didn't have any ranged fighters other than a sorcerer. So I was thinking it'd be nice to get some kind of ranged weapon going at the same time with the other characters. I kind of knew of the other characters before I rolled mine. So. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I cheated. If there's a way I cheated, that was the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. So I came up with mine in the car, coming back from PAX Unplugged. I already had some ideas. I wanted to go with the Warforged. I was really interested in them. And I don't remember exactly how we landed on the idea of... Warforged generally don't have a very defined way of how they're made and how they're given life. So I thought that maybe it's possible that one of the ways that they can be given life, not the only way, but one of them, is that somebody's spirit and thinking mind can be put inside, but not their brain necessarily. And I thought, well, okay, what if we went with like a sick child, and this was the only way to save his life? So that was an interesting. We had a very interesting conversation in the car on the way back from Philly. So
Yeah, that was a good conversation.
Yeah.
And just for the viewers, we have kept a lot of our character backstory and information about our characters away from each other. The only one who's totally in the know is the DM.
Yeah.
So we're playing with our cards pretty close.
So far, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Right, Mel.
Cool. Mel.
Me.
Oh yeah.
I knew nothing about characters, so but I wanted someone who what's that, juxtaposition?
Yeah, juxtaposition. Yeah.
That there was like two sides to a character, and I love the idea of being cynical about everything, about having this need to help people, and then just being so overwhelmed with this need to help people and being so pure in a way. So I wanted to play up that and in real life people annoy me, so it was easy to kind of go with it. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I know you guys talked about it, but again, just a reminder for those of you that have just tuned in, when we get back into the game here, we've already raised like $120 for Extra Life, which is incredible.
Awesome. Yeah.
And those little blips are milestones for different items that we will give the players in the game when we reach those milestones of raising funds. So $200 or gold is the next milestone, and that is a box of Nolzur's Marvelous Pigments. You have to donate at twitch.tv/realmsmith in the Extra Life panel below the video.
Can we get an additional description of what those pigments do?
No.
Okay.
I already did that.
You will find out in game, and he
Okay.
already did it.
All right.
So and as well, if you follow us at Realmsmith's Twitch channel, this will light up. So if you head over to twitch.tv/Realmsmith, this little potion bottle will go purple. I was hoping maybe somebody would
As
do
we
that.
pray.
And I just want to thank everyone that's followed us. We actually, since last episode, I think we've had like, I don't know, close to 50 to 100 followers,
Yeah.
something crazy like that,
it's been awesome.
just in one episode. So we really appreciate it, and you can catch all of our goodness over on the Twitch channel. There we go. You guys ready?
Not quite, but yes.
It's really good. Hope you're ready.
Not quite ready.
No, not ready yet?
I'm ready. Not ready. I'm
Do
ready.
it.
Okay, let me just set this up here, and we are good to go.
So Orel has been convinced to take the lead.
Yep.
Okay.
Good man.
I'd like all your miniatures over on this end of the table, please. You guys may have a hard time seeing, but this is the area we are moving to now. But you'll be able to maybe look over at the monitor if you need to in order to kind of see where characters and such are. Okay? All right.
Oh, the unveiling.
As you approach the house, it's a 4-story home, like I said, and there's a wrought iron gate that leads into a portico. Basically like a, not a balcony, but like a front porch area with its gate is almost open. The gate has hinges on one side and a lock on the other. And the gate appears to be unlocked. What do you guys do?
Well, I've been persuaded to the utmost that I should take the lead.
Yes,
so
you have.
I will. Are the kids coming with us? Have the kids followed us? Over
The kids
towards
are
the
still
house?
over. They've moved a little closer, but they're still keeping their distance.
Okay. So as I go to open the gate, I'll just turn back to them and say, "This is the house. This one." Okay. And I'll pull it open.
Okay. The gate shrieks as it is opened, and oil lamps hang from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken double doors. The door is closed, and the oil lamps are not lit.
Do we hear anything inside? Monsters eating adults or babies?
Give me a perception check.
14.
You don't hear anything inside.
I'm gonna stoop down to the children. Tell me, little ones, how many people are in the house right now?
The children are a little ways off.
Oh, okay.
So you like 3, 2.5, but 3
So the baby and 2...
adults, our parents.
Oh, okay. But what are their names?
My parents' names?
Yes.
Mama and Papa and Baby Walter.
Baby Walter.
You've been most helpful, children.
You're very welcome.
That's
Thank you.
It is typical Barovian name. I'll knock on the door.
And you hear it kind of echo into the house, but nothing responds.
Hello, Mama, Papa. We are here to help you.
Nothing.
Try louder. Try louder.
I don't know if it will help. I knock louder.
No answer.
I think we just have to go. Is the door unlocked?
You don't know. Do you try it?
I test the door to see if it's locked.
It is not.
Okay, here we going.
Okay.
And I'll open it up. Beep. And I'll peek through the door. Crack.
Okay.
Without dying.
As you click the latch,
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
you step into, and a little shout out real quick to WizKids. This is their new Warlock dungeon tile set that they sent me an advanced copy of so that we could have some fun. You open up the double doors slightly, and as you look inside, you see that there is a darkened foyer, but you can't see much past that with the kind of amount that you've opened up.
Okay. I have some torches.
Yeah.
So I'd like to set my bag on the ground, ruffle through my pack.
Where are the rest of you in conjunction?
yeah,
I know,
behind him.
but who's first, who's second?
I'm very next.
All right,
Okay.
I'm after him.
And I would
Okay.
probably be last since I would get there last.
All right. Roan, are you after me?
Sure.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
up there too.
Callie, you're
Callie, where?
up with Roan.
Where do you want to be, Callie?
Behind Roan, or
Behind.
It's fine.
Roan,
Yeah, okay.
okay,
And then
and
Falfer in the back?
Falthar.
Okay. Right.
I'll run up
So what
to
do you
the
do?
back and go,
So,
humans.
can I see, like, is it kind of light outside before we went in?
It's midday, foggy day. Foggy, cloudy day.
Can I see the next set of doors?
You can. So from the foyer, you can see that there's a wood foyer and doors almost like basically 10 feet from these doors. A single door.
Does it look dark behind those doors? Can I see any light coming through the next set of doors? Like, I'm trying to assess. Do I really need a torch now that I've started ruffling through my bags?
It's dark in this house. There is no. It appears to be no light in the house, and the door that it has a stained glass in the set inside.
Okay, so I'll just hold it. I'm not going to light it, but I'll hold it in my left hand and kind of do my bag back up.
Yeah.
And put it on and take out my dagger. I think that's what I want, or my weapon, my pointy weapon.
Yeah.
And I'll go to the next door and see if I can open
So you
it.
enter the foyer.
Yeah, yes, I enter the. Oh my god. I enter the foyer.
Okay, you step into the foyer. Can you follow up with the rest of you guys? If you guys,
I'm not brave. I've been told I should be.
hanging on the south wall, which is this wall,
Yeah.
of the foyer is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, flanked by framed portraits of stone-faced aristocrats. Mahogany framed mahogany framed single door leads from the foyer, and like I said, are set with panes of stained glass. What do you do?
Okay. Do we know what the crest is on the wall?
Give me an investigation check or a history check. Give me a history check.
13.
All you see is it's a stylized golden windmill on a red field.
Oh, it's lovely.
Mm-hmm. And this house, you can tell even from the foyer that it's well kept.
Yeah.
Doesn't look very old. Looks lived in, like recent.
Do we hear any screams of horrible death?
You hear nothing still.
Okay. I will knock on this door. Mama, Papa. Anybody's okay?
No answer.
Okay. I will. Is this door locked? Can I try to open this door?
Okay, you hit the latch.
Yeah. Okay.
Darkness in the inside. And now at this point, there isn't a lot of light. You can basically only see like 3 feet, and then darkness into what you imagine to be a larger room.
Okay. I will light my torch.
I can see in the dark.
What do I see from there?
From that, you can't see much because there's like 3 people in front of you.
Okay.
You can see past a little bit, but it goes into darkness. You see a lot of.
So I have
a larger room.
120 dark vision.
You do. So you get 120 of regular. What's the distances? It's 120. It's not
Usually
full
60
100.
color and then
It's
60
120 dark vision for Shadow Sorcerer. The feature is Eyes of the Dark or something. Let me see.
Fancy.
Right? Eyes of the Dark. You have dark vision out to 120 feet.
Okay, so you see. So it's dark vision. So you see grays. It's all grayscale. It's all. There's no color. So through here, as you kind of peer past everyone, you see that there's wood floor for most of it. You see the edge of what appears to be a fireplace on the south wall, and then stone on the far end, past this door that he has just opened.
But nothing that should alarm me.
Give me a insight check.
So I'm just gonna fall behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6.
No.
I'm going to, after opening the door, I'm going to put my back to the door, the torch through the door, and I'm saying, "Let's go."
Did you light the torch?
Yeah, I got to bend over, light the torch.
Yeah.
I point it in, I
Okay.
invite everybody.
I'm going to say, you're doing great. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to you. I'll roll deception.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 14.
Give you an insight.
It's a very satisfying sound.
It is very satisfying.
17.
Oh, man.
Oh.
There you go.
Hello.
I'm not so sure, but you would be okay.
You know what? Because of my size, I think I can fit through everyone, right?
Okay. Yeah, if they allow you to.
So I can
We
move
let
through their
them go.
space.
You do have a trait that allows you to move through spaces.
Yeah.
I believe is a half.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
right.
you can move through small sizes that can't.
Anyone who's more than one size bigger than me.
You can pass through the space.
Yep.
Okay. All right. More than one size or one size bigger?
One size bigger or more.
Or more. Okay. So you start to move through?
Yep.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 puts you in the doorway.
Yeah, and I'll say, I got these. And then I look into the dark room and I go, but I cannot see anything.
Well, no, he has a torch lit.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a torch lit.
I'm holding it through the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need me to take that from you?
So you got 15, 15.
Okay.
I don't think so. You have your own.
Okay, so let's move the
Is that
camera
anything?
up like this.
Yeah,
and
good call.
get a higher vantage.
Adventure?
Cool.
Okay. All right.
So I'll light my torch.
As well?
Yep.
Okay, so
I'll just take it out of my bag.
you
put
both
it to
have
his
torches
torch.
lit now. Okay.
Okay, so I'll because I can't. Oh, actually, I can't see super far in the dark. I'm going to move further into the room at about 10 feet, so 2 spaces.
Okay. Can we just there?
I'll step into
spaces?
the room behind him, but no further than just being past the doorway.
And I'll turn to the door, and I'll just throw my arms wide and go with the torch on the end and go. See, nothing to fear.
Fear.
Really? That's what
Echoes
happens?
through the darkness.
And,
through the
okay,
dark.
so I move quickly back to the door.
It's your own echo.
What room has a 200 millisecond echo in it? None.
I didn't use echo formulas I was just doing a fake echo.
Okay.
So I wouldn't use that as. It's
I'm
just a big.
gauging the distance.
No. Okay, so a wide hall runs the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other.
Okay.
Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword, with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt that you can see from here. The wood-paneled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. The decorative paneling follows the staircase as it circles upward to the second floor. You see 2 doors leading out that way, and a door right behind you to your right.
Okay. There's no source of light in the room though, other than our torches.
Other than your torches, no. But there are sconces for torches.
Okay, so
And this looks dungeon-like. It's actually a nice,
Like a
ornate manor.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so just imagine that.
I'll just go around to all the torches in the room and light them.
Can you reach them?
Well, he
good
said
point.
sconces.
Sconces, not actual
He
torches.
didn't say
but
there was
places
torches
for
in there.
torches.
Oh, places for torches.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And I probably couldn't reach them anyways. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about it.
Okay. So what do you do? What do you guys do?
I'll enter behind as well.
Okay. Well, they're kind of blocking the doorway.
I'll move out of the way.
I'll say, well, boys, what do we got in here?
Seems to be like a room of a pretty nice house. Nothing of any kind of ill-faring nature.
Well, apparently we have a baby upstairs and a monster downstairs.
Sometimes, if you have a baby, there is a monster and a baby at the same time. I've had babies.
All right.
Does someone want to run up and...
Yeah, I hate babies.
No, I said I've had babies.
Oh, I thought you said I hate babies.
Does someone want to run up and see if they can retrieve the baby?
Who has the courage to do it?
I can do it.
My friend. Yes.
We must save this child.
Well, hold on. I'm just gonna look. Are your hands made out of metal too? Like everything's metal about you.
Yeah, and he has
except-
3 digits. Like
I've got Ninja
Turtle hands and feet.
pretty much.
Okay. Is it?
So
but
he's
they're metal?
thinking, are you
They-
holding the baby
They
with
are
your metal
metal
hands?
with leathery sort of sinew in between.
That's
the
not
metal
gonna
plates.
Okay.
You're gonna crush its skull.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
I held
I got
the
it.
potion without breaking it in my hands.
I'll go with him.
That's true.
I'll go with him.
2, sure.
I'll
We will
with
go
him.
together and she will hold the baby.
The potion is one thing, but all right.
Who is holding the baby?
You might need a
Okay.
way to
Baby.
see. It's pretty dark, isn't it?
It is.
I can see in the dark.
I cannot.
I can see a little bit in the
You
dark,
should
right?
put some lights on it.
And I think I have a torch.
I do not know magic to put lights.
ability to cast light.
I do?
But
Are you going to make
Cantrip.
I can cast light.
Yeah, go to your features and traits, and you have the ability to
Yes,
cast
I
light
saw
on
that.
something.
Okay.
You know magic?
I do. Is that magic? Is that called magic?
I like
Okay.
magic.
Okay.
For you, it's just an innate ability, but
Oh, okay.
others would call it magic. yes.
Where do I see casting light, though?
Maybe help her, Brandon. What do you guys
Oh,
doing?
I can see up into 60 feet in the dark.
So these are your traits. You want to look at your spell.
I turn to Roan.
Yeah.
And I notice just to each other, like I try to keep this
Light.
comment out of the earshot of our friend Oral.
Okay.
And I say,
As he turns towards to look at me, I want him to notice that in the darkness, in the shadow of the doorway, you know, it doesn't seem like there's any hint of light appearing from my eyes, from the eyes, you know.
Yep.
okay, so I can.
do it
So
at
he has
will.
black eyes, basically,
Yeah.
like black eyeballs,
Orbs. Yeah.
orbs. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little creeped out.
Yeah.
And-
Also, you're looking at him through 3 doors right now, or 2 doors. He's all the way out front.
I can
he's
move a
all the way
little
back.
bit closer.
Okay.
I'll move in.
Wow.
Let's make
Oh,
that.
This is as far as you can move.
Roan. Come on, man.
I'm assuming you're back. You're in the room now.
Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wanting to head upstairs.
I'm just gonna put you guys.
Pragmatic, and I don't especially want to
Callie
be
is
here.
Where do you want to be?
I'll be at the back, and you're gonna look at me. You said.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna turn to you and having noticed that you've convinced a few people. I'm not sure for sure that you've convinced people to do things, but I'm just gonna say, as my father would say, if at first you don't succeed, convince your friends to try.
As you come around the staircase, you do see that there's
I'll
another
smile
doorway.
at him with that.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a cold smile.
Yeah, right.
As you come around, you see that there's another doorway
Okay.
on the other side of the stairs.
Are me and Sterling going up the stairs?
You guys have decided to do that?
That's where the baby is.
Yeah.
Before we do that, perhaps we should open some doorways
And check the
before we
space
break
out.
group.
I did that in game.
No, because I don't have my voice on right now. It'll be obvious when it's in game.
Yes, perhaps we check the rooms first.
So where do I see doorways?
There's 2
That's
there.
exactly where they are.
And
One,
there.
2.
Okay, I want to cast Mage Hand, and an Ethereal Hand will float up and try to open
As you
this
cast
door.
Mage Hand, you're actually set back a little bit because instead of the usual ethereal hand that you have, it's skeletal.
That is weird.
Like, okay, interesting. Nevertheless, I'm going to shift it over here and try to open the door.
Okay, let me get out. I have a Mage Hand from WizKids somewhere.
Oh my.
Somewhere. Keep going.
What are you doing?
Checking the doorways.
That's your hand?
Oh, I might have Big B's hand, which is a little too big for
That's a
such.
big hand.
That is amazing. I think we do have a mage hand now. I remember seeing a little one.
I think there is.
I would assume if you
Yep,
take
there it
that-
is.
If you take that door,
Yeah, so I'm going to have the hand try and open this doorway right here.
Okay.
yes.
That is really cool.
And what are the rules of Mage Hand? If you can just read the, or just tell me if
it's,
you know offhand.
It's 30 feet, but let me check the exact so I can.
There's a weight, right?
Yeah. So, last duration or dismiss it. 30 feet away from me. Action to control the hand. I can manipulate an object and unlock a door.
10 pounds.
Or retrieve an item.
Okay,
and
so you can unlock a door. Okay.
10 pounds, yeah.
So you head over to that doorway.
The doorway.
It just appears to be a single panel kind of. Everything's well built in the house. It's a rich home, but it doesn't. You turn the knob or the latch, and it doesn't seem to have any locking mechanism on it. It's just a
So
door.
it's unopened.
It's
Or
unopened.
It's
It's
unlocked,
closed.
sorry.
Yeah, there's no lock.
Can I open it?
Yeah,
And push
yeah.
it
So you
out?
press the lock and you kind of push it in, like so.
And I'm going to keep an eye out.
Reveal
That is amazing.
this area. Now imagine there are chairs. The centerpiece of this wood-paneled room is a carved mahogany table. So, oh yeah, we gotta
Yep, I will,
stay on it, Joel.
I will keep track.
Carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-back chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table. I'm assuming you stepped up to look inside.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you kind of like this. And you can see in the dark, so that's good.
Yeah.
A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware, polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace, there's a fireplace in this wall, which is smaller than the larger one that was in the other room. is a mahogany-framed painting of an alpine vale. The wall paneling is carved with elegant images of deer among the trees. Red silk drapes cover the windows, and a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall. Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna have to get some light in there.
Humans live so lavishly.
Can you see?
Where I am.
Well, what do you mean? You got 15 and 15. Oh, you're there now. Okay. Shall we try the next door?
Well, we should investigate this one, don't you think?
Well, it appears empty.
What do you mean? There's no light in there.
As they're poking around this room, can I quietly go over to the other door and open it?
Yep, give me a stealth check.
Beside me.
Falford, can we maybe put a torch in there? You still holding one?
Yep.
I'll come with you.
18.
Okay, I will go in.
You start to come this way. I'm just going to deal with Dave first, and then you guys can continue there.
Yeah.
You open it?
Yep.
Does it make a noise as he opens?
With an 18, he actually opens it quite quietly.
Okay.
Just seems the thing to be doing.
It's going to open this way.
Good call.
Because it would open this way.
Yeah.
How wide do you open it? Right up?
I would say like a halvesies, so I can poke.
So
my head
halvesies,
and
you
look
see a
around.
wall with a chest wardrobe on it. So
Okay.
basically the edge of a
Can
wardrobe.
I push my body through to look around the half open door?
Yep.
I want to see into the room.
Yeah. So you kind of slink around with your torch. You kind of point your torch in.
Yeah, I'll need my torch.
Okay. This oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Let's open it right up here. Mounted above the fireplace, another massive fireplace, is a stag's head. And positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves. There's one in this corner, and that corner. 2 padded chairs. One moment, please. I have all of the things.
It's really hard to upholster padded mini chairs.
Yeah, here, let me just put the stuff in the room, and then I'll describe it.
Meanwhile, we went inside.
Yeah, we were like trying with my torch going in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Assuming. How well do you see?
Just regular vision.
But better than actually can I think.
Okay. This oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, and positioned. You know what? We need to do this so that we can get the idea.
Cool.
And positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves. 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth, with an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine. 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs. 2 cabinets stand against the walls. So this is the table, and there is no fire. Obviously, this room is dark as well.
Okay. Do I see any way to get to a basement from here?
I'll give you an investigation check.
Okay.
You walk in.
Yeah, I'll just enough to stand inside. Ooh, that's really good. 20.
Oh, with a 20, you search the entire room, and you're looking specifically for.
I want to walk around the outside. I'm a little nervous about these wolves, but
You start to look. You like step on the floor and kind of stomp on it a little bit, panels and whatever. These guys haven't noticed that you're gone yet.
I'm not necessarily looking for a secret passage.
Sure. Just looking for.
Just like there's no door here. There's no trap.
Nothing
like,
that you can see. Nope.
No. Okay. I'll come back out.
Okay.
And I'll.
So
I'll
what were you
tell
guys? You guys.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll just say. Nothing. In there.
Okay. As he comes out, he says nothing, and you and Callie, the 2 of you who are standing kind of in the door at the foot of the stairs, hear him say that and realize that he has opened the other room.
Okay. I'm fascinated by this. The mage hand is still there?
Yep.
Can I go and poke it?
He walks towards your hand and
I
he
have
attempts
my
to.
shield and my sword out, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of like holding my sword and like poke.
He attempts to poke the mage
You poke
hand.
the hand with your sword.
No, with my finger, like off of the.
I'll have the hand start to crawl up his arm.
Yeah. It's good.
Does it
You've
come-
yeah. Go
When I
ahead.
shake, will it come
Yeah,
off?
it comes off, floats away.
What do you? And it's a skeletal ethereal hand. You are in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Falfer went in.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Just investigate and see what.
Okay. What are you guys trying to ascertain by
just
with
like-
your investigation?
If anybody was here recently,
Yes.
if this is anything that's pertinent to our mission.
Who's doing this? Are you guys doing separate searches, or are you?
Well, I'm holding the torch.
Yeah, so we're basically working together.
Yeah, working together to get it done.
Okay. So who's? So you're holding the torch. So
Teamwork
add
makes the dream
add
work.
your investigation check to him.
Okay.
Ooh. That is an 8
All right. What's your mod?
plus 4.
Okay, and then my
So it's
mod.
8 plus 4.
No, sorry. It's a 7. So the plus 4 is on a 3.
Okay.
And then my mod is +0.
Yeah.
Okay. With a
Good
7.
to work together.
Yeah. With a 7, you guys don't notice anything.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe this was some kind of dining room. Let's continue.
It's very pretty.
Can I take a quick glance in there as well?
Sure.
And
Step
see
in.
if I notice anything?
Yeah. You start to look around. Give me a investigation check.
Sure. That would be...
With a 16, you notice that the wood paneling. One sec, sorry. The wood paneling has twisted faces carved into the tree trunks and wolves lurking among the carved foliage, which you don't notice at first glance when you're in the room.
Can I step in and just look at it a little bit closer and then reach out and touch them?
Yeah, it's just a really ornately carved wood paneling that has these kind of hidden.
What do you see?
Hidden images.
Very peculiar. We should continue on. I turn around and I move out of the room.
I turn to Adam and I say, surprising he can see anything with those eyes.
What do you mean?
Have you seen his eyes?
I haven't looked, I guess. What's wrong?
He barely has any.
What? I'm going to try to go over and catch the front of his face.
You just see that, right?
Blue eyes? Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna ask.
Are you coming out?
Yeah.
Why is it taking everybody to check a small room for 2 adults?
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
I want to go up the stairs.
So you start at the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I hear her starting to go up the stairs, I'll run to catch up.
So you get to the top.
Yeah, and I'll just dash
and
to catch up to her.
you're going to dash to catch up to her. So you guys are at the top of the stairs. You guys are still downstairs. I do not have 2 sets, so you guys are splitting the party slightly. So I'm going to have to do this, and then this is going to take a moment. So just talk amongst yourselves.
His eyes were just blue.
Strange.
What?
When I looked back earlier, I could see that his eyes were like really, really, really dark. So I'm surprised he can see anything.
Interesting.
I wonder if perhaps he can do things with his eyes that I cannot do with mine.
He did seem to notice the things in there before we brought the torch. Can you see in the dark? Can you see in the dark?
It's ridiculous. What kind of man could?
That's what I thought.
Do you want a deception for that, or does he have to
Yeah.
actually think of it?
Well, I mean, yeah. You're trying to deceive him, so sure.
Yeah, that's 22.
Insight?
Yeah.
15.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. With a 15, and you rolled a what? Sorry.
22.
Yeah, you believe him.
Those are all parts of minis.
Yeah, they are. Old school.
Yeah, old school.
Okay.
Ooh.
The stairs kind of curl around this side. I don't have a downward stair to kind of mimic, but they're circular, so they go up like that. This is not here.
They're on the second floor now?
Yes, they are now on the
Up
second
3
floor.
floors, I believe.
4 floors.
Oh,
It looked like a 4, yeah. 4-story building. Okay.
Children said the baby was on the 3rd.
Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of a family. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother regards with a hint of scorn, you notice. Standing suits of armor flank wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues its upward spiral, and a cold draft can be felt coming down the steps from above. And pretty much, for the most part, this seems the same.
Where are we in relationship to them? So we're at the bottom of the stairs, I guess, I'm assuming?
You guys are
on another floor.
You guys are where you were before, yeah.
On the first floor.
Yeah.
Directly beneath.
What do you guys do?
Are there any rooms? There's.
Yeah, you see the doors here. You see 1, 2, 3 doors, double doors, and then 2 doors leading out.
The baby is on the 3rd floor, the girl said.
But should we check these rooms?
If we're looking for the baby, maybe we should just go straight there. We can check the rooms if you like.
I want to check the rooms.
There may be dangers in here.
You're made of tin. I think we're pretty good.
I suppose. Well,
We've got this.
let's look then.
Okay, so we want to open up a door.
Okay, where do you want to go? There's 3 options.
I don't know. I can't.
This one.
Yeah.
The first one?
Which one?
The one that's closest.
The one
to
that's
us,
closest
that
to
one.
you? Okay.
There's a wraith and a.
So can I like?
Yeah, there is a beholder and a.
But can I like?
A whole Tarrasque is in there. It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I have my weapons ready though before
Yeah, absolutely.
the door opens?
As you approach the door, you notice that they're carved with the visage of dancing youth, like young people dancing in the doors.
The doors.
The doors themselves are carvings. Yeah. Can you guys make perception checks?
Oh my.
Oopsies.
That's 13 for me.
Hold on, sorry.
I should use this one.
The big one's not been working for you.
It just it doesn't. It needs to. It's okay.
13.
Okay.
You're rolling a bowl.
Both with a 13. You guys are about to go open the door, and you notice actually that the youth aren't actually dancing. It looks like they're actually fighting off a swarm of bats. And so they look like they're dancing, and then in the intricate carvings, you can tell like almost like there's a swarm of bats above their heads, and on their faces are faces of horror.
Okay.
Are the doors different?
These are different than the ones on the first floor.
But I mean, like, this one's different from that one.
They're all similar. Similar scenes, different but similar scenes.
So the door is not open yet. We just saw that on the outside of the doors.
I'll call this the bat room.
That's
Let's open
creative.
the door. Well, given the door, I would imagine.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable with this. Forgive me.
Sorry, there shouldn't be any werewolves in here. Sorry, Sirenscape.
Very afraid.
So,
Not really.
Yeah. So can we open the door?
Absolutely. How do you want to approach the door to open it?
How do you wish to die?
Who wants to open the door?
Who should open the door?
well, I've got my sword and shield out. My hands are a little full, but if you want, I can sheath my sword to open the door. Or I should say, in
Yeah.
my voice.
Okay. Yeah. Go.
Sterling said that.
Sterling said that.
You're ruthless. You're just like, send the child. Go ahead. Open the
Tin child.
Where's the motherly instincts you were talking
Yeah.
about?
Go. Just go.
They kick in when it's convenient.
I just. Yeah.
Right?
Go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who's going to open it? Sterling's opening the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I sheath my sword.
Okay, you open the door wide or a peek or what do you...
And I unlatch the door
Yeah.
and open it a millimeter
Yeah.
and take my sword out so I can push it open the rest of the
Okay,
way.
and you push it open the rest of the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind that there's no light up here. I can't see.
and there's
Oh,
no
crap.
light in the room.
How'd you
I
find the
can
door?
cast light.
That's a
so
good
can I cast light on the?
Oh yeah, that's good looking.
Yeah, so you can cast light
on my shield or something.
on an object. You can cast light on an object, and then it radiates light in a 30-foot radius, I believe.
20 foot.
Is it 20?
And then another 20 feet dim.
Yes.
beyond.
Sterling an object.
My shield is.
Sterling, an object. Good
My shield.
question.
Don't objectify me, sir.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
But is he?
My shield is an object.
Okay.
Yes.
So you could cast light on my shield, and it would be like holding a torch. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. All right. As you open the
It's a
door,
valid question.
I can choose the color of my light too.
yes, yes,
And I would like it to be red.
red. Dun dun dun. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I like
'Cause then
it.
it's not super bright.
Yeah.
Oh, Navy SEAL style.
Yeah.
An undecorated bedroom
Stealth.
contains a pair of beds with straw stuffed mattresses. At the foot of each bed, well, at the foot of that bed, because it's a bunk bed, and then there are footlockers.
I see.
There is also, a dumbwaiter in the corner of the west wall.
I prefer
which has
less
a-
intelligent
rude.
waiter.
Yeah.
But.
Which you don't necessarily know what it is. Was your family wealthy?
Well, yeah, my father dealt in
Yeah.
artifacts.
So you would have had a dumbwaiter.
transferred
Basically,
his
it's
soul into
it's
a
the
room.
transport things up and down a house, you know. it's
He's
all-
able to acquire
Yeah.
them.
No.
I see no sign of a crib. I believe that would be on the 3rd floor.
Okay. Okay. Well then, let's go out. Nothing was here.
Nope.
Let's just
You
leave.
close the door. You leave
Yeah,
it open.
Close the door.
Would you prefer to look in another room?
No. I want to just go up to the 3rd floor.
Let us go. I am concerned that I've heard no cry.
Okay.
Okay.
So we go up to the stairs.
Okay. You guys are giving me a run for my money here.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. It's good.
Are we just waiting for them?
Yeah, you guys. Now, they've searched the room. You guys are back downstairs. You guys are standing in the foyer. What do you do?
I'll describe what was in the other room. The other room has got some wolves and like a hunting room. Those wolves, you know.
This was the only door left, correct?
For
on our floor.
There was this door too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a door here.
There's a door
too?
there as well.
Yeah, there was a door there.
Which leads to the basement, presumably.
Well,
Well,
We should find where the basement is.
well, let's try that door, perhaps.
That door here?
That door here.
the one,
The other one.
the one right below the one they opened.
Okay. Splitting the party on a map that I have to build.
We didn't split it.
I love it. I love it.
we didn't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
you're
Well, we didn't follow them, but I guess it's.
We did that.
Yeah.
It's okay. We just got to
taking too long down there.
take time. It's fine.
Remember, Jay,
Should I
you
start
said you weren't
rolling
pulling
my character
punches.
now, or-
Yeah, I know.
We're only in 2. We could be in 5 groups.
Ooh. A giant potion box. No, I'm just kidding.
One.
Not groups anymore.
Everything's giant to you, little man.
Okay.
You're not.
You guys open this door.
You're not here.
Who opens the door?
Go ahead.
Skeletal hand does.
Okay.
Ooh, good call.
You open the latch.
Yeah.
Door opens. You take a look inside.
Can I?
I say, what do you see?
You see a kitchen, which is tidy with dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A work table has a cutting board and rolling pin atop it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall, its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a kind of like a pantry. There's also a small door in the southwest corner of the kitchen.
Do I see any evidence that this kitchen has been used recently, or it, like, you know, flour, powder, any kind of evidence that this kitchen has been used anytime recently?
It's tidy. So it looks lived in the sense that there's no dust settled over time, but it looks like it's been cleaned.
Is there food? Is there like bread or fruit?
Not that you
We
can
could
see
judge-
out currently.
Okay, I'm gonna enter.
Okay.
He just entered a completely dark room.
I'll say, what do you see?
You think you've caught him?
Brilliant. Dimitri, bring the torch. While he's doing that, I'm gonna wander around and look at the things.
Yeah, so
I'm carrying the torch, so I'll come.
All right.
And I'll jump in.
Can I investigate the room, see if there's anything of note?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
Maybe he does need the torch.
That's a 5.
Okay. With a 5, you see that there's a pantry there. Do you open the pantry?
Yeah.
It looks like it's full of fresh food.
Fresh food?
Yeah. Some loaves of bread, some fruit, some salted pork, that sort of thing.
Close it and say, looks like there's nothing here. Let's continue on.
Okay. You also see that small door, like I said, that is in the, in the corner of the kitchen, the southwest corner of the kitchen.
Oh, there's a small door in here.
Yeah. It's like in the wall.
Oh, okay. Dumb way.
It's a stupid waiter.
What is that in the corner?
You guys can give me a history check to see if you know what it is just by looking at it.
I'm just loitering outside of the door.
Yep.
8.
12.
Apologies, this should be happy. 17.
Okay. With a 17, with a 12, I'd say with the 17, you know that it's a dumbwaiter that is used to transport things up and down a small shaft.
Can I ask a question?
And it has a little button beside it.
Could I fit inside?
You can absolutely try.
Okay. Are you guys up for a adventure?
Is this not an adventure?
Sorry, there's not a button beside the door. There's a tiny brass bell with a little string that goes into the wall, hanging.
Now, I do not know if this is wise. It's probably not, but I believe if I get into this bucket, because it is a dumbwaiter, you press this button and it goes up floors without having to use your legs.
Would it be, as he describes, a button, or is it like
no, it's a pull thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I
there's
have
not
to
a button.
pull
There's
myself
a
up.
bell on the other side of this.
Okay.
That has a string that goes into the wall.
Okay.
And you haven't opened the door, but you open the door to look in the dumbwaiter.
Okay.
And inside there is like a rope thing that you pull with a platform that is at this level.
Okay. What do you say?
And the shaft goes
Is it
up.
crazy for me to want to go and investigate what this leads to?
Yes.
Okay. And for that reason...
Same time.
And for that reason, I will do it. Fearless as I am.
Yes, right. So opening the door reveals a 2-foot wide stone shaft containing a wooden elevator box attached to a simple rope and pulley mechanism that must be operated manually.
Okay.
So one of us has to do it from the outside. Or
like on the inside, basically just to the side is this pulley mechanism, and then it
Which
goes
you
up.
would have
You
to
open up the
pull.
door like this. There's the elevator thing with a pulley mechanism beside it.
so you have it.
So I could technically pull myself up.
No, it's separated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I couldn't technically pull myself up.
Yeah.
My friend, give me a ride up. It will be fun.
Well, I think we're here for more important things.
Yes, our other friends are gone up to the second floor. We do not know where they are. I know this child is on the 3rd floor. I might say, oh, let's have fun, but what I really mean is there is a child who needs help, probably on the 3rd floor, and this is probably the fastest way to get there.
You could probably use the stairs.
I could. But
I
I could
imagine
also
the stairs
probably
is the
use the
fastest
dumbwaiter.
way.
Are you trying to?
I guess.
Can we hear them?
No.
Are you persuading?
Actually, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, there.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, so roll it twice. Take the
Nat 20.
take the.
That's a.
That's a nat 20.
And then what?
You roll it again.
You gotta roll it again
Take the
and take
worst
the
one.
lowest.
Oh, that's rude.
disadvantage.
That's how it
Yeah,
works.
that's the.
Mine is a 12.
14.
Oh.
And then what do I do?
Add your
Perception.
Perception is 4.
so that's an 18.
18.
18. You actually hear muffled voices coming from that little dumbwaiter door that is in
Okay.
to the side of where.
Okay, so can I open it up?
Yep, you open it up and you see a 2-foot by 2-foot shaft that leads down.
Yep. And then can I hear the voices? Can I hear voices better once I open it up?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can hear what they're saying.
So
Okay.
echoing
So
up the shaft.
can I yell down? Get in the shaft!
So say, see, it's like a message from heaven. and,
Give me a dexterity acrobatics check
okay.
to try and climb into this.
Okay. That is a 9.
with a 9. You're having a hard time kind of fitting in. It's going to take you some time.
Okay.
It's a little 2 by 2 foot thing, right? So you're just taking your time to get in. Okay. What are you guys doing while he's doing this?
Shall we take the stairs?
No, but one of you have to pull me up. Do not leave yet.
I'm walking out.
Okay, so you walk out to
Yeah,
the
you can
stairs.
pull him up,
Dimitri, what do you do?
Yeah. Can I pull him up?
Yep.
I would.
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh, if
pull
you
up,
can do it.
But
Yeah.
you don't know when
Yeah.
he's in. You could like cut his leg.
So,
No, but
like,
I
can I yell like down, like,
Yeah.
let me know when you're in?
I can perceive her,
Yeah.
or I can hear her.
And
so-
with your dark vision, you actually look down and you can see him
Okay.
3 floors down, the very, very bottom. He's
Okay.
kind of like trying to get into this
Okay.
thing.
One floor down.
one
Somebody
foot.
push him in.
Down on the second floor, yes, 1 floor down.
Okay, can I look around for some butter?
Yeah, you go into the pantry, you find some butter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. I'm just
Are you
gonna
staying
take
in
some
there?
and go over to him and just start like trying to push him in.
I'm gonna start walking up the stairs.
And
And
then
I will try to get him in.
That is not a
using
bad
the butter.
idea.
While
Thank
this
you.
is happening,
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm in the dumbwaiter.
I want to end up in this room with them, looking down.
Okay, so you rush up the stairs. You actually get there. By the time you get in, you call him up.
like-
You start to bring him up. You're up. Huh?
Where are you now?
I stayed just to watch him disappear
me
into the
butter
wall.
him.
Yeah.
Up
So
and push him in.
and then you walk up. So you get up to the room that they're in first. As you're pulling
I don't
him
need
up,
the light.
and you come up like this,
No.
I
and then see
take the torch
that he's
from you.
standing on the
Yes, of
on the other
course.
side,
No. I'll say.
and you're like,
Okay, so you beat me to this floor? As I see him walk up the steps, I go, fine, do that again. Pull me up! and I turn to her and say, pull me up to the 3rd floor. You know, just tomfoolery as
Yeah.
we're kind of not paying attention much to the surroundings.
Yeah.
So could you pull me up one more floor?
So he goes all the way up.
okay,
We're
all the way
not
up to
there,
the 3rd
though.
floor.
Why?
Oh
Okay.
man, you guys.
Have you
Just-
seen our streams before?
Have you? Because I can.
After his box is out of the way, can I look down the shaft and see if I hear anything down there? Does it go down to the basement?
It stops at the kitchen. There's no.
With disappointment.
Yes.
I close the
Okay, fair enough.
I want to open this door on the 2nd floor.
Okay, whoa. Everyone just needs to take it one at a time here. There's a lot to manage with one
Sterling
floor.
wants to leave.
In a
I'll
4-story building.
I'll have WizKids send
We're all on different floors.
more stuff. Jeez. You guys are killing me.
Sterling wants to go back to the wagon.
When the danger does come, whoever gets hit by it is so screwed.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's you.
Who says there's
find out.
danger?
Yeah, if you've ever
find out,
seen
won't we?
Haunting of Hill House, you'll know that dumbwaiters are not the best route.
And if you've ever studied any smartness at all, you'll notice people do all kinds of dumb things all the time.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah.
If you ever studied any smartness at all?
Yeah, you'll notice
It made
people do all
sense.
kinds of crazy things all the time.
It's true.
We do all kinds of
All
crazy
kinds
things.
of just craziness.
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 Crazy.
Where is?
Crazy good night.
Where the heck?
Super crazy.
I could
Crazy
fit
good
in a
night.
dumbwaiter. I would do it in real life.
I would as well.
Yeah.
If I could fit in one,
Yeah.
I
Would you do it in a haunted house?
Yeah.
Alone?
I don't
Not
know that
alone.
I don't
We
know
don't
that
know if-
We're not alone.
Those actually
It's just gotta
exist.
be
They're called
something.
elevators.
Creepy.
Yeah.
The dumbwaiter is more like a feeding cage for the beast in the basement.
Or the beast on the 3rd floor.
The baby
Yeah, I
is
could
the
have made it
beast.
to the 3rd floor.
Baby could be
The parents never answered, you know.
You're jumping
That's really
to
dark.
conclusions.
That is really dark.
The kids might
Okay.
be dead outside anyway.
Felther, you are here, more or less.
Okay.
As it comes up, you come up to a closed dumbwaiter door.
Okay. Can I see? Is there a crack in the door? Can
Not
I
enough
look-
to see, and it's dark in the room.
Oh, that's true.
And you have no torch.
You have no way to see.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Good one. Good one, buddy. Good one.
Well, he's covered in butter.
may
You
have
don't
been the
really want to
wrong-
be stuck in a
Yeah.
2 foot by 2
Go
foot
ahead and
box
light
with
it
a torch
in the
covered
As
in butter.
he's covered with butter.
You are
You're gonna
the
just see
meal.
this flaming thing through
I'll-
the shop. Like,
I'll simply,
Smells like popcorn.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Just wait in.
I'll be like, I'll yell down to her, and I'll be like, "Thank you."
You have your pack on still.
Yeah.
So you have more torches.
I will attempt to open this door and perhaps light a torch. So I pull out. I try to open the door.
Okay, it opens. Grrr.
Okay. I step into the room.
Okay, you step into the room.
And I light a torch.
Okay. There is dim light coming through the windows slightly,
Okay.
but it's still fairly dark. You light the torch, and what you see is the dusty, cobweb-filled master bedroom.
Ooh.
It has burgundy drapes covering the windows. Furnishings include a 4-poster bed with embroidered curtains and tattered gossamer veils, a matching pair of empty wardrobes, a vanity with a wood-framed mirror and jewelry box, and a padded chair. A rotting tiger skin rug.
Rotting?
Yes.
Okay.
A rocket.
That's what I was going to
I heard.
Lies on the floor in front of the
kind of what I
fireplace. Sorry, in
heard.
front of the fire.
Ooh, so
A rotting tiger skin rug lies in. Guys, please.
Sorry.
A rotting tiger skin rug lies on the floor. Well, let me read it and I'll start. In front of the fireplace, which has a dust-covered portrait of a man and a woman hanging above it. A web-filled parlor in the southwest corner, which is here, contains a table and 2 chairs. Resting on the dusty tablecloth is an empty porcelain bowl and a matching jug. A door. There is a mirror on the wall, on the just opposite the foot of the bed. But as you imagine, this room is completely different than the rest of the house. The first 2 floors were immaculate, no dust. But this room specifically is dust-filled. Looks like nobody's lived in here
It has
for
not seen any love in
5
it for a
years,
while.
10 years. It's completely different than the rest of the house. Which room did you guys want to look into?
So right now we're all on the 2nd floor, right?
Did you follow me?
I did.
Okay.
You guys are on the second
you
floor.
stayed down, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm like.
Which is the room that you guys wanted to look into?
You had pointed to.
I wanted to go to the room directly across on the 2nd floor.
Okay. Okay.
Above the hunter den.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you approach the double doors, you go to open them.
My mage hand goes to open.
Your mage hand. Where are you currently?
I'm in the kitchen.
Okay.
You still in the kitchen?
I was inspecting the shaft.
Yeah.
Wait.
True.
So we got 3 parties now.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah. So he's looking down. He was in the.
Keep it together, guys.
Sorry.
That was held in for a long time.
It was. Go ahead. We're good.
Wow. All right. You go. Your mage hand goes to open the door, and you hear a scream, and you hear behind you
No.
as the dumbwaiter
Oh no!
lets go.
So I'm no
And-
longer in it.
No,
Oh.
you just get out of it, and it plummets,
Okay.
and you hear and a sound that cuts the silence in the house. You guys hear it up top. You guys hear it below, and a sickening sound. What do you guys do? And this is in the kitchen across the way from behind you.
It sounded from below, though.
No,
We're
you
on-
guys are on the second floor.
Yeah.
Right.
The
Sorry.
kitchen's on the 1st floor?
I'm sorry. You guys went up the stairs to the second floor.
Yes.
He's the only one on the 1st floor. Still.
Yeah. So all you hear is it come from the kitchen, like it plummeted to the ground and silence, and a crash, and a scream.
I look over at Dimitri. Think Oral's dead as I begin to open the doorways.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Was that any of us?
What do you do?
I look down. I run to the shaft and go like, "Is everyone okay?"
You just see the elevator at the bottom of the shaft, resting. What do you two do? We have a very short amount of time left.
I yelled, "Is everyone okay?"
Oh, I'm good. We're good. I'm good. I'm good.
We're good here.
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
I heard a scream.
Was
Have you answered that you're good?
Oh, he hasn't come to me.
No voice. No response from Oral.
Oh, crap. I was right.
Oh.
Oral? Oral? I'm gonna rush down to the first floor.
Okay. You rush down, you burst into the kitchen, and you see the headless body of Oral slumped in the corner by the dumbwaiter, his head missing. And that's where we'll end the session for this evening. Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
You
Sorry
guys
about
are
that.
the dumb waiter.
Sorry.
And I just had to check.
Thank you, everyone, for watching episode 2 of Into the Mist. I hope you enjoyed it. We will continue this crazy adventure next week. Couple quick announcements before we end. We got 5 minutes left. This coming Sunday, again, Nolzur's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith. We will be painting something awesome. I'm not sure what it is from WizKids with Vallejo Paints. Tune in at 5 o'clock. It might be the Spectator and the Gazer. We'll see. We want to thank David for joining us for this session tonight. Thanks, Dave, for coming back.
You spent so much time on that character, too.
Oh my
Gotta
god.
reroll another one.
I did not think he was dead.
Oh, yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah. Want to thank our main title sponsor as usual, Sirenscape, for the awesome sponsorship, and they will be with us for the rest of this campaign. Thank you for your donations out there and the health potion that would have come in handy if he still had a head and could actually drink it. Thank you to our product sponsors, WizKids, of course, and their awesome Warlock tiles that we've been using today. It was great to get an advanced copy of that, as well as Monster Fight Club, who sent us these awesome trees, and eventually we have a whole forest of these trees to be used in a later session. So we're very, very thankful and very appreciative of all that our sponsors and our partners do for us. So we thank you guys. We will see you next Sunday, and then we will see you next Monday. Don't forget, if you enjoyed what you saw today, make sure that you follow us on Twitch, follow D&D as well, and you can also check out the VODs of this, as well as all of our painting tutorials at the Realmsmith YouTube, youtube.com/Realmsmith, and youtube.com/DND. I think that's it, guys. Thanks. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys on Sunday, and then on Monday. Have a good night.